YouTube, what's good, man? My bad. We're back here cracking up, man. We listen, you know me, I don't got a script. We're just chilling. We're talking, we're
Fuck yeah.
vibing. That's what it is. We got so much going on in the world right now. What is there not to talk about? You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That is a fact. What's going on, everybody?
We who we got here? Susan. Can you see the chat? You can see it over
I can
there,
see
right?
the chat. Yeah, I can see the chat.
All right, cool. Cool.
Dalisa, what's going on? Thank you for coming through, man. Susan, Samantha, British Bulldog. I smoked a lot. My bad.
You're good, dog. Get it, bro.
I thought I
Hey,
was in my live for a second. My bad. I've
no,
been
I
sleeping
can't
shit.
tame your personality, bro. You do your thing, dog. That's the cool. Look, I'll be real with you. That is the dope thing about you. Fred Rico, turn, bro. I'll be laughing my ass off.
Cut that shit, bro. Fucking Federico. That
I
I
was,
think he. I think I have. I think I'm over 100,000 subscribers because of Federico. I don't think I have anything to do with that shit, bro.
hey, I wonder if people. You gotta make up what you got an image of Frederico.
I absolutely do. I'll
I
send it to
never.
you as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Hey,
I had
for
to.
a,
I had to make something up.
because I don't know if you were doing that to stay comfortable talking when you were looking at like if that's
So
why you were
all
doing
right.
it.
So I was when I started doing reactions, I was nervous looking directly at a camera. So
Right.
I always was looking at the side and I was talking to the side. I Federico didn't exist. I was just nervous as fuck. And then everyone kept on asking me all the time, "Hey, who the fuck are you talking to on the side? Is that your producer?" I'm like, "Does it look like I have a producer in a fucking car?" Like, no, that's not my producer. Like it's Federico, and I just said
Yeah.
that, and then it stuck, and then
Oh, it's
everybody's like,
stuck.
"Oh, we want to see Federico. We want this." Like, no, and then it just came to a point where I was just like, "Might as well make it a character part of my fucking page and just go with it."
Run
Just
with it
see.
because I thought it was somebody. I thought you're really talking to somebody over there. Could you commit to wherever you're looking? It's the same area. I'm like, man, does he got like a producer, like you said, or somebody over there running the camera back there? That's dope. Cause you got a really nice setup. I don't know what that's cool. I know it's come a long way, but that's a
Oh
dope
yeah.
little setup.
Oh yeah, thanks to my wife, my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, my son, my daughter, we all put our hands in it, and the subscribers helping me, get the money to go get the shed to do the studio in and the AC and all that stuff. So it was a long time coming. I was in the garage too goddamn fucking long.
Yeah, how long you been doing this?
2 years,
That's
two and a
wild.
half, going on three, but 2.5 years.
That's wild. That's wild. You're killing it, man. And you know what? I just recently seen, I think it was about a month ago, I seen you are doing this full time now, right?
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, man. Nervous as fuck, but
I bet.
I it came to a point, bro, that me and my wife sat down and we were just like, "You're working about 19 hours a day, Monday to Friday. That's usually
Right.
what was my schedule, roughly about 19 hours. I work from 7 to 7 at my 9 to 5, and
Hmm.
then get home at 8, 9 o'clock, get ready, spend 15, 20 minutes with the family, run to the studio, stay there until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I didn't stop all fucking day. And it would get to a point where my health was getting bad and I was eating shitty and I was and all these things going on, my health, and it was to a point where I couldn't do reactions because I was in the hospital or and it was getting to a point where I had to make a decision. And my wife
Yeah.
was just like, look, it's gonna be a little tough for a little bit, but do it. She's like, get the
Yeah.
fuck done with it and get over it. I've never seen you that happy when you're doing your videos. She's like, this is what makes you happy. She's like, you need to do this forever. And only this. And I was just like, I don't, me, I got family to take care of, bro. I got bills, I got shit. I can't just, I worked 8 years in that place, man.
Yeah.
Like I got 401k, I got all this other shit, life insurance, all this.
Yeah. It's
And
hard
then,
to throw all that to the side
and
and be
it's
like,
really difficult. So, but then
yeah.
I just said, it came to a point where one customer came up to me at work and I pictured myself taking that customer's face and running it through a fucking door. So I was like, I think it's about time for me to leave.
What
I
line of work
before
was it?
I was a service manager at Tires Plus. I can say
Oh,
that now
yeah.
because I don't work for them.
Mm, mm. I see why you said I could put somebody's head through a wall in there as a
Absolutely,
customer. As a customer, I
absolutely.
could do that. So I get you, bro. That's wild. But that's cool,
So
man. What a 2.5 years. That's almost three. That's about how long I've been doing it. So that's cool to see. Like, it's possible. You just grind. You grind. You don't stop. I see your videos just. They fly out of that computer quick as you could do them. I feel like.
They're they're fucking they're tough. But you know what, Kurt? Like no bullshit, bro. Me, once I get into this chair, dude, I just transform. I
Right.
just get some type of different energy because I've never would have thought in a million years that I was going to be able to do this as a living, as like me. That like I'm here and I'm doing this and I'm not doing nothing else, just YouTube. And that feeling is the best feeling in the world. It's scary as fuck, but at the same time, it's the most beautiful, scariest shit that I've ever felt in my life.
So okay. So this is a good question then. Stuff like what happened yesterday with the president.
Right.
Do you notice now that you are relying on YouTube, did you turn to think about what content can I build from this? Like, that's an interesting thing for me because there's a lot of people that will call that political pandering, but how could
Mhm.
it be political pandering if you're just a content creator that's providing for your family, that's giving an opinion on your platform based off of what's happening in the world?
What I believe is if you're putting in the time and the effort to make content every single fucking day, you could react or talk about anything you fucking want and nobody should tell you otherwise.
Facts. Facts.
Because the minute one of these people come to me and knock on my door every month and bring me a $3,000 check to pay my bills, until that day happens, you can't tell me nothing. I could react and I could talk about anything I fucking want. You could think that you could cancel somebody. That cancel word, these motherfuckers give it way too much power. You can't
Facts.
cancel nobody for nothing.
No, no,
Like you're
that's
not
facts.
God. Like didn't our church say that? Well, how are you going? You can't cancel me. Are you
Yeah, that
fucking crazy?
they're canceling your social agenda, your social label, your social platforms. That's the weird part about it. And you know what's wild is I'm going on 37, right? So I understand the shift from when you didn't have it to now having it. And it's weird to me because I was just talking about this. When you remove politics and religion and all that from our conversations, guess what happens? People can't really judge. We didn't judge nobody back in my day when we were playing football, bro. There was no judgment on what was this I didn't care what your religion was. You know what I'm saying? We were just doing
Nope.
our thing. Now they want it. There's kids 16 years old worrying about who's voting for who. It's like,
Like
what?
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
What?
When I was 16, 17 years old, I used to go and play handball all the fucking time in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was almost a constant thing. Like we were always there for hours playing
That's
handball.
wall ball basically, right?
Yeah,
With the
yeah,
rugby
yeah.
ball, use a rugby ball
Yeah,
and wow, bap, bap, bap.
yeah. You just
Yeah.
slap it and run and jump and do all this type of crazy
What was
shit.
the game where if you didn't hit the wall, you got pegged with the ball? Is that?
Suicide, baby.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Suicide. There's a couple of these motherfuckers out here I want to play suicide with.
Yeah. That
Put
thing
some
cracks.
fucking put
Oh,
some fucking rocks in that fucking ball. Just rock them real quick. And a
that's
fucking
wild.
ass cheek.
That's
But
wild.
we played handball. The area that I was born in Brooklyn. The area that I was born in Williamsburg, there was Jewish people. There was Catholics. There was Christians. There was oh my God, Buddhists. There was spiritualists. There was all types of fucking people. And words never mattered to nobody. I had a friend. We call that nigga Jewish Jim. That's what we used to call that motherfucker. His name's not
Facts.
even Jim.
Facts.
But he looked like a Jim, and we made fun of him because he was a Jew. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck at that time. He didn't give a fuck. He found it hilarious.
Yeah. That's
You know
how
how
it
many
was,
times
dog.
people called me a plátano?
I don't even know what that means.
It's a plantain. That's my country's famous vegetable. Is that a starch or a
That's a
vegetable?
banana, bro. They're calling you
It's
a.
it's a banana, but it's the green one.
Yeah,
And they used to call me that. I found that shit hilarious.
that is funny.
So but now let me call something Jew. Forget about it.
Oh, that's great, bro.
These
What was
motherfuckers are
it called? They
crazy, bro.
called you a plantain. What was it called?
Plantain,
Yeah, but what was
plátano,
the word? A
plátano.
capano. A platano. That's almost more insulting. The way you gotta say it to somebody.
That nigga, he learned how to speak Spanish, my nigga. He learned how to speak Spanish
He
just to
wasn't
make
even
fun of me.
Spanish? No
He
way.
was a Jew.
That's
He was
awesome.
Jew. He was Jew.
That
Jim the Jew.
Oh, that's a whole bunch of stuff going on there. He learned Spanish to troll you. See, that's how it should be. It's the
And it was
pussification of
amazing.
America, dog.
And it was fine. It was fine. And then now you have to watch every single thing you say, and oh, you can't say it. No, no,
Mm-mm.
no. Sorry, bro. I talk too much. That's my problem. I have too many words in my head, and I need to get it out. So you're not gonna control nothing that I'm gonna fucking say because it's gonna explode, and then I'm gonna slap a nigga, and I don't want to do that.
Do you upload to Rumble? Do you put out content on Rumble and all that?
No, I don't. Not yet.
You should. You should just have a backup because you do have a mouth. You do get going, so you'll get just as much traction on Rumble, and they pay you right away. You give your
Oh,
PayPal information, and there ain't no monetization. You just roll.
Rumble. I'm gonna have to get on that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
and
to get on that.
if it's already in your computer, dog, when you do it, you could just go over to Rumble and hit upload on one tab, upload to YouTube on the other tab, and let them run.
Oh hell yeah! I got all my old videos. I got my first video still in my computer.
Yeah, and it don't matter when you make, you know what I'm saying? That's
I'm
perfect.
gonna upload all that shit in Rumble. I'm gonna make an account tonight.
Yeah, just go to
I
Rumble,
I'll give you five
make an account.
dollars. I'll give you $5, Kurt, for the heads up, brother. I got
You're good, bro. You're good. You're good. Donate it back somewhere, dog.
I got you.
Yeah, bro. So what do you think about all that with the president getting
Trump is
attempted
a fucking gangster.
ain't he?
Trump is a fucking gangster.
We need taller CIA agents, bro. Those that
That's a fact.
lady
So I
and
did my research. They knew that there was a shooter up there
yeah, he was looking
minutes
at him.
before it happened.
Yeah.
There was people pointing at the roof where he was laying at.
There was a
They
guy
saw
telling
him.
him.
There was a guy. Yeah, a guy told one of the cops he was climbing the ladder. As he was climbing the ladder, showing him, and they were just acting oblivious to what the fuck was going on. And then even the CIA agents, the guy got the guy's attention and started waving that way, and still
Yeah, but
nobody
I
did
thought
nothing
about
about it.
that. Yeah, but I thought about that. Do you think they had to go, hey, and is anybody over there on that left building over there? Blah, blah, and they're talking through earpieces, maybe, and that's
My
why
thing
they
is
waited.
you
Because
you
that's
would you would think they'll have every single building surrounding the president
yeah,
covered. Every
yeah, you're
single
right.
roof needed to have at least 2 to 3 guys on it, through 2 or 3 snipers on it. This is the president of the United States, and he's out in the open, and you're gonna have all that whole area completely opened that anybody could have gone on top of that roof and done anything.
Yeah, that is wild. And Biden wanted to take away to lower security that he put in that bill to lower security for ex presidents, which is crazy to think. That's wild.
And look what happened because
Yeah.
he did that. If
Mm.
you would have had the same exact security that Biden would have had if Biden was there, that guy would have not even made it to the roof.
No. Okay, listen to this. You know where the Don Cesar is in St. Pete?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You know how big that thing is then. You've been
That's huge.
in real life. When Barack Obama was president, I was cleaning boats down there. Dude, I had to drive just down the road from they had snipers on the roof in those little castle things. Just watching cars go by. I mean, that you could not move without somebody looking at you. So it made no sense to me when this guy crawled up onto a roof and lay down and took like that's mind blowing.
The fucking thing is, man, they're trying to get Trump the fuck out of here. That's the problem. That to me was way too convenient to specifically have that building not have a sniper right on that building when it's literally across from when the president's going to be standing.
Well, you know, there's a theory, bro. You know, the theory of like that the CIA literally runs everything and that the presidents really have nothing to do with it. They're just a face for one side to the other, just to
Right,
create a political divide so that
right.
they're going to do what they're going to do regardless. They're just saying, okay, this guy's well, the theory is that Kennedy and Reagan and Trump and all these people that they went after, they don't want to listen to what they're told to do. So
They're
they're gonna
rebels.
go. That's why they don't. They know the American people want him, but if he's gone, then what? Then
We
what do
have
we do,
no
bro?
choice. We have no choice but to follow what the fuck they want us to do.
Well, what else would you do? What okay, so right now just say that were to happen. What political party could anybody go with? Where would you go?
None. It wouldn't matter.
You wouldn't have a way to there, who would it be? There's no I don't know. That's the weird part to me. Is why would
I
you allow that?
that right there is oh bro. I wholeheartedly believe, no matter what anyone says, that Trump is a good fucking dude. And he has the right mind frame to know what to do. And I say this, I struggled almost my whole entire fucking life. The only ease that I've ever seen when it comes to your everyday thing is when Trump was in office. Those
Facts.
4 years when Trump was in office, gas was cheaper. I saw a little bit more money in my checks every single fucking week. Food was cheaper. Everything was a little bit better. I wouldn't say it was tremendously better, but it was a lot better than it was the 4 years before. And if people, that kid, we don't know the story about what happened with that kid or why that kid did it or wherever the fucking case was. For all we know, these motherfuckers paid him to do it. But my whole my mentality is they're trying to get Trump the fuck out of here by any means necessary.
Nah, bro.
Point blank. They're trying to
Hey,
get him the fuck out of here.
you know, I've thought about that, but you know what was really weird? Even me as a human, when I seen it and I heard it, I'm like, why ain't nobody moving in the background? Like I didn't see much movement in the background, but then it dawned on me. I'm like, I wouldn't think anything of it with it being this close to 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? With
You
we're
wouldn't,
be
you wouldn't,
we're at a political place. I think there's Trump. There ain't no way the CIA's got this place locked down. Ain't nobody doing nothing around
right.
here. Meanwhile, this dude's taking mount with a rifle on the roof, taking shots. They're like, what's going on around here? That's why they were looking around like, what is that? And next thing you know, somebody's dropping. The president got hit in the ear. Like, that's crazy, dude.
It's
I
fucking
never thought
nuts.
I'd see that in my life, ever.
Dude, I was at a birthday party yesterday, and me and my son are hanging out in the outside porch, and the family's around, and we're just talking, smoking, and drinking, and having conversations. Somebody comes out, my cousin Matt comes out and says, "Yo, they just shot Trump." I'm like, everybody just stopped.
Like,
Everything
what?
stopped.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Every in the minute, 2 seconds, everybody took their phone and started searching that shit. And I saw the whole live. They still had the live playing when we were able to look for it. So I rewinded it back when Trump was speaking, just so I could see exactly what the fuck happened. And then all I saw, he was talking about something. He turned his head, and then and he went, and then
Yeah.
everybody, and then he dropped, and then all I saw was black suits just jumping on top of him.
Yeah.
And
He's a
like,
G.
and I'm just like, what? And then he comes back up. I wanted him to take the mic, but like, you missed, motherfucker.
Bro, you see them putting their hands up like they were gonna deter a bullet from going. They're putting their hands up over top of his
They're
head.
putting
I'm
their
thinking,
hands up. They're putting their hands because if they do get a shot,
yeah,
if it shoots their hand, it's going to stop the momentum to hit the pretty much the kill shot.
I guess depends
So
on what
they're
he was shooting.
it depends on, but they got to do something, brother. Trump was not
Yeah,
listening, bro. He was like,
nah,
man, fuck that. I don't want to see him. He's a G, bro.
bro,
To
he
me,
should
Trump is
troll
a
him and
G.
come out with like an old Vietnam War helmet on. He should come out with the bulletproof vest on that says MAG on the front. Like,
Did you see what 50 did in his concert?
uh.
He had a poster of the Get Rich and Die Trying
Yeah. Oh,
thing in the
that's where that comes
background,
from.
and
That's where
then he
that's
put
come.
his he put his the Trump's face in it.
I
Dude,
thought
the most
somebody just
hilarious.
photoshopped that shit. I thought
No,
somebody
he
was
did it
just.
in his
Oh
concert,
no.
bro. He did it in his
Oh
concert. That shit was
man.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh, that's great. So look, bro, I got this over here. This is funny. You recently went canoeing?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Where's it at? It's about a 2 minute and 40. This is great, guys. So
Oh man.
I could you gotta close your eyes and we're gonna go on a little journey. Okay. You place yourself in the canoe. Here we go.
Energize the turtle. You guys should have seen me when I was in the canoe. Where's my girl at? Is my girl in the chat? Listen, me and my girl and my daughter, we went to go canoe, right? My son had the right idea. My son said, fuck that shit. So we went just to go out and experience life a little bit. It started raining. So a nigga like me don't know what to do in situations like that. When you're in a canoe with water and there's alligators and shit around, I don't know what to do in situations like that. I'm from Brooklyn. I don't do this bullshit. So I panicked and I jumped in the boat. Fell on my ass. Bah! Canoe. Looked like a fucking upside down turtle. I didn't know what the fuck to do with life. That was the first time. So I get my paddle. I'm paddling. I'm getting it done. I'm getting out of the fucking way. My boat, the wind's blowing and it's raining. So my canoe just starts saying, nah, nigga, we going left. I said, I didn't want to go there. And it said, now we going now. So it took me into this little brush where there's trees and branches and like a little nook. And a branch touched my eyebrow. It went like this. I thought it was a bug. So I freaked the fuck out. I went, what? And once again, another upside down turtle. I was all types of fucked up. My wife came and all I saw from the corner of my eye was my wife with her paddleboard, and she's doing red in the face, laughing her ass off. The whole place was laughing their ass off at me. Everybody. I ain't gonna lie, I laughed a little bit because it was funny as shit. All I saw was my toes. My toes was doing this right here. I laughed for a second, but then it's fiberglass, the canoe. So my butt came out a little bit. Now, it's not the whole ass. It was the top butt cheeks. It looked like a cleavage, the cleavage part of your ass. That's what the fuck was out and exposed. And when I fell, fiberglass got on my ass, and I was itchy. I was itchy for about 4 days. I had a whole bunch of bumps on the top of my ass. It looked like I got backwards herpes. It didn't look right. But I made it out, and you know, you got to experience life sometimes, guys. You got to experience life sometimes.
Bro, that is some funny ass shit. You got to think about doing some comedy, dog, because when you said that nook thing, you said something about the nook. The nook part, I lost. You wouldn't even think that would have been the funny part. But when you described the eyebrow thing in the nook, I just envisioned this little pocket of bushes with all the most life in the river on that nook. And as you go into that thing, you're in the life vest, just throwing shit out of this canoe. Meanwhile, the rest of the river's just enjoying the river, just canoeing.
Yo, my wife told me there was everybody was laughing, bro. Everybody saw it.
You got to put a GoPro on and do some shit like that. That would be great.
Oh, you know what? I do have a GoPro.
Oh, that would be
and
great.
I should do that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing. Oh my, that would be some content to put out.
Even if you do some shorts, bro, just riding in the canoe, just doing some. Because I was telling my wife, I'm like, look, I could see him on a 4-wheeler going mudding, not knowing what the fuck he's doing, having a hell of a time. But could you imagine the content that would be? He would be. You're gonna drive this truck, this perfectly good truck, in that big ass lake of water right there. By the end of it, you would be just a big brown.
I went mudding.
Brown. Yeah.
I'm already brown.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You just be all the way brown. Like you could go in there wearing all white, and you would still be all brown by the end of it.
I look naked out there in the streets.
Yeah, you'd just be like walking around. You might as well. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
I did go mudding with my boy a couple of years ago.
Hopefully it wasn't naked.
No, well, I mean, it was at one point. There was one point that my dick was out. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, mud hole, bro.
Because we had to change.
Yeah,
so I was naked at one point.
Yeah,
but dude,
just behind the scenes.
I was like scared for the first probably 2 minutes.
Yeah.
After that, bro, we were just going all types of fucking ways. I was like, "Got that shit, man!" Just hitting it, bro. It was so much fun. I loved it. I fucking loved it. I won't use my vehicle to do it.
It's different though, because I've seen dirty mud. I've seen clean mud. I guess it just depends where you're going mudding. Because
We went
like,
to Citrus right
mm,
here,
mhm.
where they have all the little mud holes and shit that they have down here, where or around where I'm at. It's
You
right
ever
over
been to
there,
the
dude.
caves? You ever been to the caves in Lecanto?
No,
Oh, bro, you like that. There's a cave. One's called the Peace Cave. It's like a stoner cave. You could go in the cave with a flashlight. You could walk in the cave. It's I mean, depending on what time of the year you go, it's pretty cool down there. Then there's another one you crawl down and you stand up in it and it's got like an opening. It's a big cave though. And they're right there in right at the end of the Citrus Wildlife Management. It's right on the corner. If you look up Dame's Cave, you'll find it.
I'm gonna
Eh,
check that out. We
Yeah,
like doing
just
shit like that from time to time. The family.
bring flashlights and don't go a few days. Like if it
No,
rains,
you
don't go.
just
Wait.
you just fucked up the sale, brother. What do you mean? I'm
Why?
not bringing no flashlights, bro. I can't be there in the dark. They don't have
No, no,
lights
no,
there already.
no, no, no. It ain't that type of cave. It's not. It's you got a trail. You walk down. There's a hole under the tree. You crawl in the hole. You stand up in the hole, and then you walk through this little cave. You look around with your flashlight. You chill. You can light a candle down there, take pictures, whatever, and then get out of there. It's not like, hey, have a picnic down here, and it's a different. It's
So
just
it's
cool
not
to
gonna
explore.
it's not gonna cave in on me. I'm
No.
good.
Oh no. There's people, there's videos. Okay, so the cave, when you go there, there's a thing called a half mile crawl. And there's a guy that does it, but you have to have oxygen. My son almost died there, bro. My, okay, there's a spot where you go down and then it goes down even further and then you straighten out for about a half a mile and you crawl, but it's only 12 inches maybe, and it's
Oh my
only
god.
like you're one direction all the way through, wiggling all the way a half mile. And he fell down to where you would go to get into that entrance, and there was nowhere. He was trying to get my phone. He dropped my phone. I said, bro, it's okay, not a big deal. He went and tried to get it anyway, and him and his buddy were down there, and thank God the other kid was small enough to fit down there and get him and pull him out. And I'm like, oh
Oh my god, bro. That must have
yeah.
been your heart must have stopped right there, bro.
It did. And I had my
That's
daughter and she was real little and my wife was all the way at the car. So I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I can't, the phone service sucks out there. So I'm trying to, my phone's gone. So who am I calling?
oh
Where are
my
we going?
god.
What are we
Oh
doing?
my god.
No way to get a hold of anybody. He was using my phone as a flashlight, dropped
That's
it
a
down there.
bad situation, man. That is a
Yes.
horrible situation. Oh my god. See, I'm more of
Yes.
a freak. I'm more of a freaker outer. Like if my son and my daughter are in the ledge of anything,
Yeah.
I
Get
can't
out.
feel my
Come
feet.
on.
I can't feel
Yeah.
my feet. I'll scream. "Ow, are you stupid? Get the fuck off of that!" And they're like, it's like a foot of water. I don't give a fuck.
Well, the Brooklyn comes out real quick, right? You said the Bronx?
Oh, quick,
Yeah.
quick, quick! It comes out. Like no, like those are my babies. Like if anything happens, like no,
I
I
don't do
can't swim
heights.
that good. I can't
I,
swim that good.
I don't do heights, bro. Me and heights, we don't do heights. I don't.
Oh no, I despise heights, bro.
Do you know what Pikes? Do you okay? Do you know? Have you ever been to Colorado?
Mm-mm.
There's this thing called Seven Falls. You got to go up like 400 stairs, and then turn around on a platform and go up another 400 stairs. It's the most gut wrenching, death defying shit I've ever done in my life. And when I got to the top, I'm like, oh, I made it. Woohoo. This is awesome.
You'll have to tell me there's like a box of donuts up there if you want me to
Nothing.
go up 400 stairs. I'm not doing that shit.
There's a picture. You could take a picture up there. And me, there's an elevator for the other one. So before we do this one, we do the elevator. I'm like, yo, this is really high. I'm you. Hey, babe, get the back. Why are you that close to the rail putting your phone over the edge?
Get off, dude.
What
You saying that right now? I just
makes
got
you
chills.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know that feeling. I want to
Oh my
lay
god.
down up there, bro. I told her, I said, I want to go lay down by where the framing to the elevator is to know I'm safe
Yes.
and low to the ground. I got to get the fuck out of here. I go
Nope.
down, I walk up these staircases. You know what I say? How do we get down from here? The
How
same
do
way
you?
you got back up.
Nah, nah. You good?
Now I got to
You
go
good?
back down 400 and 400 more.
I would have jumped on my wife's back. I like this was your idea. You're taking me down now.
It was freezing cold. It was like it was so cold. There was like slick ice on the shit, and you're like, oh, yeah,
Brother.
oh yeah. It's a
No, no,
waterfall
no, no, no,
too.
no. What?
Yeah, Seven Falls. It's a waterfall, and you're
Oh,
walking, taking pictures on each platform. It was a scary. It was beautiful. And here my wife's going up at like she, do. No big deal. I'm thinking, do you see this? What,
holy shit,
you're all
Kurt!
right
I
with
played
doing
like,
this?
bro. Please be careful, bro. Don't just stay on the ground. If God
Mm,
wanted us up there that high, He will give us fucking wings to do so, or some
facts,
way to
bro.
protect ourselves.
Or a parachute, built-in parachutes. Like we would have that. We would be able to throw our fucking flaps up or something in our
We
back.
went
And
to we went to Tennessee, and my
mm,
wife had when we went, she had a Jeep Compass, and she says, "Oh, I want to go up to Smokies." And I thought Smokies was a restaurant. I know this girl wants to go on a fucking mountain. Like I was like, yeah, let's go to Smokies, whatever. Driving, and then she's going up to this like small little, it's like a small, like one way up and one way down. And I'm like, why is that inclining? Like, why?
mm.
She's like, it's a Smoky Mountain. I was like, the Smoky what? I was like, go turn back because there's no side rails in this bitch. You can't drive for shit.
You were driving?
No.
No, yeah. See, I gotta the mountains, bro. No, me and the mountains.
She 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 held it like a G though. I ain't gonna lie. She held it like a G.
Nah, I can't,
She
man. I
understood the
can't.
assignment, bro. She understood the assignment. Kurt, if I would have driven up there, we would have went over. Just nerves alone, I would have took that shit off.
I feel
But
you, bro.
she went all the way up, and then she started, and like it starts getting really narrow,
Yeah,
and then it gets really closer to the edge. She's like, "Oh my god, look how beautiful!" Not
you were
looking
like
at
in
the road.
Cherokee. Yeah, you were in like Cherokee at the top of the fucking mountains, going out of Cherokee into Tennessee. You were in. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I
you were in
threw
it.
up.
You were. That's why I gotta drive because at least I could get. Bro, my wife's a G too. I gotta admit that she did that in the fog, like with two semis riding our ass through these mountains, and I'm just over there like, what are you doing? I can't see. How can you see? I'm freaking the fuck out. That's why I gotta drive, cause I'll pull the fuck over. I will stop that bus on the side of this goddamn mountain and
The
collect my bearings,
arguments, the
bro. I'm
arguments that me and my wife had over driving, bro. Like we almost got divorced 6 times just last month. No bullshit over her driving because my girl is the type of girl. She's a very proud driver. Like she knows what the fuck
yeah.
she's doing.
I know
But
where I'm
I
going.
and the crazy thing is, I know she knows what she's doing. But something inside, like my guts and my balls, are saying she's gonna kill you one day. Get the fuck
The
out the car.
man, the man in you is like, no, so many. I gotta do it. I gotta get.
And when I drive, she doesn't like it when I drive because she says that I drive crazy. I was like, I drive speed limit. There's nothing crazy about the way I drive.
She trusts her brakes too much. I bet, huh? She gets way too close before she starts applying.
One day I saw what a person had in the back seat of the Toyota
Yeah,
before
yeah.
she stopped the car. My
I
guy,
feel that. You could have reached in there and grabbed it. Hey, yeah, I feel that.
that's a fact.
I'm like, those pads are only like, this thick and
Yo,
so
no,
long.
my
That's
no, my
that's it.
girl, my girl. I know she's a very confident driver, and she's a good driver. She's not bad. It's just my nerves is what doesn't let me like experience her badass driving because I'm just like, no, she's going too fast, bro. And like
Way too
the
fast.
devil and the angel is right next to me, and they're both screaming at me. The both of them are telling me to tell her to stop.
Yeah. But she gets me with that shit too because we drove, bro. She'll be looking at her phone and I'll be doing something slick where I maybe was going a little too fast or squeezing over in the lane. Whoa, you almost hit the side of that truck. I'm like, I've been watching you, ain't even looking at what I was doing. That wasn't even a truck, that was a caravan. Get out of here. So I guess it goes because I can't sleep when I gotta drive, bro. If I'm going somewhere, I'm driving. If I'm not driving, I'm not going. I'm flying.
She likes driving, and I like being the princess passenger, and I just
Mm,
chill.
I can't. I won't chill.
And plus, it does help me. It does help me do like edit videos and do a lot of work when she drives, so
Look,
it
this is a
kind
problem
of
I
helps
have.
me out.
I smoke weed, right? She doesn't smoke weed. We have kids. The kids obviously can't be around me blowing clouds in the car. So if she's driving, I need to be massively medicated, and edibles just ain't
That's my
doing it.
guy right there. I knew
Yeah,
it. That's my
yeah.
guy right there. I knew it. That's
So
exactly. That's the only way. That's
yeah,
the only
that's it.
way.
That's it.
I have to be. I have to be like fucking Snoop Dogg high.
Yes, like
Because
Cheech
if
and
I'm
like
high, dude, if I'm high, I'm not touching that car. I'm not.
uh
If I just finish smoking something, that those keys, I don't
yeah.
even want to look at them. I'm not driving shit. So
Uber.
that's half the time my wife is driving. It's because I'm high. But I do a lot of work though. I do a lot of fucking work. And I've noticed if I smoke enough, right, like if you smoke right enough where you could almost fall asleep, I could control her driving. I'm good. I'm good with the way she drives. But I have to be almost sleeping of how high I am.
He said I
But we
gotta
good.
be my eyelids gotta be touching pretty much.
She's gonna slap the fuck out of me if she heard me say any of this, by the way.
It's all right, bro. I'm
My next
sure
videos, I'm gonna have a black fucking eye.
that would be
I
horrible.
went to
I'm
the
sure.
zoo and the ape got loose. Punched me dead in the fucking eye, bro.
Hey,
I
she's
don't know
gonna
what.
start blaming Fred Rico, bro. You better watch out. She'll just be like, I don't know, bro. He's been over there talking to some dude named Fred Rico, beating the hell out of himself over there. He punched his own self in the eye. I don't know who did it. She'll be like, run the YouTube back. Watch, he's talking to Fred Rico. He's telling him to cut the beat. He's telling him. Oh shit,
Oh
bro.
man, it's
What'd you
fun.
think about Bizarre coming out on that album? Just fly, no, no. I didn't even see him listed.
I didn't even. I didn't even. I thought that was Eminem using a filter. To be honest with you,
What did he say? He
the
come out with like a dirty, dirty rubber or something. A dirty. He jumped out. I'm right back like a dirty rubber,
like a dirt. Like I think it was something like that. Dirty rubber or some shit like
dirty
that. I don't know. He
condom.
said some crazy shit, and then he said that he sold Eminem's Jordans to go
That's
pay for his
horrible.
wife's abortion. That's crazy.
But I heard Eminem say something about DJ Paul's got short arms. I'm like, damn, bro, what DJ Paul do to you?
I
Like,
think
I
DJ
didn't.
Paul was talking shit about him, wasn't he?
I don't know. Does he got short arms though? That's why I was. He made like Eminem makes you think about some shit, bro.
He always makes me think, and that's the
They
problem.
they
Oh, my
said,
girl's here. Hey, baby.
oh, then she heard, dog. She
Nah, that was
heard.
Kurt. Kurt paid me $20 to say that, baby.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we want to see. I've been having problems with my wife's driving, and I needed backing, so I just that
So
was
I just agreed with him
yeah.
just because, just to fix this situation.
Yeah, just
But
that was the past anyway. We try not to focus on the past too much around here.
yeah,
We
why you
focus
always
on the
bringing up the
present.
past, baby? Like you always bringing that
Man,
shit up. I don't
change
understand.
man, bro. Change man. That's old me, bro. Come on.
That's the old me.
Yeah,
Oh my
shit.
god. Nah, but I love her. I love her. I love her to death.
Hey, you said you're editing. You're sitting there editing on your phone or a computer in
Hmm?
the car like that?
My phone.
Your phone. You're still editing your. That's dope. I'm gonna keep. I got this computer down here, bro, and I do them every now and then on the computer, and I can't. It's so much. I gotta sit in here and fucking click, and
Yeah,
my phone.
yeah,
I can be
yeah.
washing the dishes and sliding shit around, and what. Sometimes I fuck up my sound or I do something because I'm doing it like that though. Ugh.
I try to when I'm focusing on just editing, I try just to focus. I can't multitask to save my fucking life. I
Mm,
gotta be focusing on this. So sometimes I could be done with my video. I don't know how you do them, but this is how I do them. I do I react, edit, thumbnail, publish. And then I
mm,
jump on the next one. React,
yeah.
edit, publish, thumbnail. And
Yeah.
then I just keep on doing that until I'm done with the videos of that day. I was trying something new and just do the reaction, all the reactions that I'm going to do, and then do all the editing after. But then I saw that that's taking more time doing it that way.
Yeah, I couldn't do the editing after. I'll record a reaction and I'll record the intro and the because I do it a little different. I'll put like a talking intro, the reaction, and then a talking outro. I don't.
Right.
Then I'm editing that, and for the most part, I'll do one or two. I used to do three or four a day or whatever. I couldn't. It's just so much on my brain. That's why it's dope to see that you're still doing it like the old school way, running it through the phone and and grinding it out like that. That's crazy. That's
Yeah, because
crazy. And
it's just
everything's
just
dope.
me. If I need to get out of here, I
You're
need
making
to.
the thumbnails. You're doing all the
I'm making
thumbnails and
everything. I'm
everything.
doing everything myself.
That's sick. Because some
And
of
it's
those
just like
are
I
coming.
can't do it here. I can't sit here and edit all night long because I will lose my mind. I need to get out of the studio.
Yeah.
And so I'll go and then I just learned how to just go on the phone and just do everything through the phone that I need to do, and then I can publish it and get it out of here.
Ah,
That
yeah,
was
you're
that was
basic. We're
before.
doing the same shit then. You're recording it in the studio, you're getting your mobile and you're out. Your thumbnail, you're getting it all set up, your hashtags,
That's
it.
how I was doing it. That's how I was doing it. Now it's a little of both.
Right.
Sometimes I'll stay here in the studio and I'll just bang them all out,
Right.
and just like that, I could just turn everything off
Well,
and
it's
I
a
don't have to
job
come
now.
back in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
So
it's a
now I'm
job
doing
now.
it a lot differently, which is just wake up at 7, 8, 9, whenever I wake up, and get ready, jump in the studio, and just start recording until my wife gets out of work. Once my
Okay.
wife gets out of work at 6 o'clock, I'm done with videos and everything's already published. So I'm doing it now, the React, edit, thumbnail, publish. That's how I'm doing
Okay.
it now per video. So because I've noticed that if I hold all the videos, edit all the videos, and send them one back to back, it starts burying my shit so fucking quick that people don't know that I reacted to something already.
Oh, I see. I see.
So if I
Yeah.
let's say you drop an EP and I react to your EP, but then after your EP that I react to an Upchurch or a whatever, Eminem or whatever. It's gonna bury that by one if I do it back to back. But if I put yours out first, wait about like jump on the next reaction right away. That
Mhm.
takes about 30, 45 minutes for me.
Right.
And then edit and everything. This has already got it out there. People already know this is out. Then I drop them another one. Boom. Now here's a new video
Right.
because I know majority of my files already saw the first one. So
Okay.
it's just
Yeah,
about
you're right. It
following.
pops up. The notification pops up about an hour apart. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They do.
So it's all about finding that math, that right calculation of when to publish your shit, so all your videos won't be buried for that day. Because I know the next day, shit, I got another 7 to 8 videos that I'm doing.
Well, you go against the grain of what everybody would say is how you do it. And you did it. See, that's the interesting part about your channel. Everybody says don't post too much content too often because you're going to bury your other content deeper in your algorithm, right? And you're not going to get subs off of it because people aren't going to stay in tune with what you're dropping. Uncle Ray says, "Fuck y'all. I'm dropping like a kamikaze pilot, and I'm getting my plaque, and I'm sitting back, and I'm doing this for a living. Like that's dope, bro. That's why it's cool to see you do it because I've watched big channels say, oh, only drop like 3 videos a month. Do this. Use certain tags. Don't do
I'll
this.
I'll
Don't do
drop
that.
I'll drop 3 videos a day if I'm sick.
I know. I
But
know.
I usually drop about 6 to 7 a day for 5 days a week. Because Saturdays and Sundays I use it for family time and spending bonding time and shit like that. So Saturday Sundays is off limits if I could control it.
Hmm.
If not, if I got to do something, my family understands this is my job now. This is what I have to do. But then they're fine with it. They're absolutely cool with it. But it's usually Saturdays and Sundays because my wife is off Saturdays, Sundays. My son doesn't go to school, and my daughter's usually off Sunday. So we all get to do family shit. So, but Monday to Friday, no, it's work time, baby. You got to get to it.
Well, what that builds though is when Eminem drops this new album, for me, I go, oh man, Uncle Ray is gonna have some reactions. You start thinking about the different reaction channels that you want to hear break this stuff down and hear the
Right,
different that's the cool thing about this shit is you're gonna have a different lifestyle than somebody else, and somebody else is gonna have a different lifestyle than somebody else. So the way you interpret what is being said in this music is gonna be so much different, or
right.
it could be very similar. It's really crazy.
No, it's dope. It's a beautiful fucking thing, and I think reactors should start working together a little bit more.
I agree.
And any enough of the all the bullshit that they get themselves into. I mean, this is a community that we all have a hand in building up, and when they see these leaders going at each other, there's no structure. There's nothing. It's like every dog for himself, and it is what it is. And it's like if we work together and we start going to each other's channels and popping up, hey, new reaction. Kurt just did a reaction, and then you just pop my face up. We're gonna both do the reaction. Fuck it. And then
Yeah.
me and you just both put it in our pages. And it is what so both of our fan bases can fucking enjoy it, which me and you have this similar fan base.
I slid in was super friendly in the beginning, and that got me in trouble. And that was what was the weirdest part about all this reaction shit. Say there's a new reactor that comes in the game and just plug somebody's channel, then they're now clout chasing off of so and so's channel. It's like it's such a weird
See,
environment to be in.
I can't see it that way because there's a reactor that just popped up right now. Damn, it was a couple of months ago. She hit me up. Wallflower, what's going on? I think Wallflower knows her name. It's Bunny something. I forgot, but she does a lot of Ren reactions. She does a lot of Upchurch reactions. She does a lot of it.
Oh, hold on.
I forgot her name
she's
though.
the Woods. She's the green-haired girl, right?
No. She's she's black and she has black hair and I forgot her fucking name, man. Shit.
Anyways, a black girl?
Yeah, it's a black girl. Real young. She's got to be like 19, 20, 21. She's real young.
Short black.
Rabbit Hole. There you go. Fireman got it. Got it. Yes, her name is the Rabbit Hole.
Yeah, I know what Rabbit Hole is. That's why I was like, Bunny. I'm thinking.
One of my subscribers hit me up and said, hey, this girl, you know, she's really dope. She reminds me of you. It'll be dope if you pop up in her live. And I wasn't doing nothing at the time, so I said, fuck it. So I just popped up in the comment section, yo, what's good?
Yeah.
All the people that usually follow me, half of them were there, and they all said hi. We were just talking in the chat. She lost her fucking mind when she saw that I was there.
That's awesome.
And she reached out to me, and I was like, dude, whatever you want to work with me, just hit me up. Like, I don't care. And she's like, really? Like, what? Like, surprised that I would say that. And that didn't fall right to me. Just her feeling that way didn't fall right to me, that anybody should feel that way for anybody working with anybody else. My mind frame, it may be stupid, and people may take advantage of it or whatever one day, whatever the case is, but I'm never going to change who I am. If I could work with anybody on YouTube, I find it an honor because 2 years ago, none of you motherfuckers knew who the fuck I was.
Facts. You're right.
So why am I going to sit here and fucking be like, oh, I'm top shit? And no, I'm not. I don't even think I'm one of the best reactors out there. But I do know one thing. I have fun doing yourself.
Yeah, but you carry yourself. You're confident and you know that you understand it for yourself. So that you are one of the best reactors in my opinion, because I know I could go listen to it and you're going to stand on what you're saying. You're going to be like, even if I don't agree with you, bro, even if I'm like, he's fucking crazy. There's no text I'm going to be able to send, or there's no super chat I'm going to be able to send that's going to pressure you to say, yeah, this text is right. And I changed my opinion. That's why I think you are one of the better reactors, because you have that. You didn't say, hey, Kurt, you got $50 for me to come do a live stream with you. You don't have that.
That's
you
crazy.
know your value without taking advantage of your value, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes sense. And it's all about this is fun to me. This is the interaction, the music. I'm a music head. I'm not a hip hop head. I'm not a country head. I'm not none of that. I am a music head. I love everything that has to do with music. The creativity, the nostalgia of when you hear a song that you didn't hear, that you haven't heard for 20 years, and you hear it again out of nowhere, and the time travel that it takes you back to that time frame. All of that, I have a passion for it. I love it to death. So when I sit here and do my reactions and everything, yeah, there's some work behind it, and sometimes there's some sleepless nights. And like right now, when I did the Eminem overnight reactions, I only have, between Friday to today, I've only had like almost like 7 hours of sleep. And it's like I get this energy when I have to do something for YouTube, when I need to do something for a video or anything like that. Then I'm like, it gives me that oomph to go and do it. So in all reality, the people around me, all the other reactors, they could do whatever they want to do, and they could have a blueprint of how to do it. But I'm gonna do it the way I'm doing. If I don't become the biggest YouTuber on the world, I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm good with
Yeah.
this. I'm good where I'm at right now. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, just because literally a month ago, I was working a 9 to 5. 2 years ago, I was not even in YouTube. So who the fuck am I to come over here thinking that I'm hot shit?
Yeah, if you're able to do what you need to do right now, it's only up from the, you know what I'm saying? So you got a point, bro. It's crazy to hear you say that about how you could get the 7 hours of sleep. I relate to that because I'm a recovering addict. I went through addiction early on, and I've learned that that addiction still has its abilities to follow you through your life of sobriety. So
Absolutely.
this YouTube shit could I will be up, gotta go to work in 2 hours trying to squeeze this thumbnail and get this thumbnail. Oh, I don't like the way the color is. I'm fucking
And
laying
that
on the couch fighting to I gotta do it. I gotta do it. 2 hours of sleep, get up and go run to do my regular job. And then in the bathrooms on the lunch breaks, I'm trying to set up the hashtags. Like I understand what you I relate to that, bro. And
and
mine
like
was
and
addiction.
congratulations on your recovery, by the way.
Thank you, man. I
Congratulations,
appreciate it.
because I think that's one of the driving forces of the way I do my thing, is because I'm 10 years sober.
I'm 7.
And congratulations, damn, 7 years is a long time,
Yep.
brother.
Yep.
Congratulations, man.
Thank
There's
you.
a guy that I just met in the gas station. No bullshit. What was it, a couple days ago? He was talking on the phone and everything, and all I heard, he was like, I think he just celebrated his 10 days today,
Yeah.
and he was buying a pack of cigarettes. I bought him the pack of cigarettes. Congratulations, bro.
That's what's
Good
up.
shit. Like that's the
Every day,
dopest
bro,
thing
a
in the
day at a
world to me,
time.
because
Yep.
I know what it is to make that step. I know what it is to say, I'm done with this shit. I need to do something else. This is not working right now, and just cut it off.
Well, bro, I lived in those rooms of recovery, like literally in 12 step programs for a long time. And I seen the power of some people getting together and having just a little event at the beach. Bro, you could get that shit popping. You didn't need alcohol. You didn't need drugs in order to have a good time.
Nope.
So country rap, as I'm getting sober, I was a huge fan of Lil Boosie. I bumped Boosie, Jeezy. I bumped hip hop. I liked
I
rap.
love you.
I was Eminem. I was Bone Thugs and Harmony, Jay Z,
Yes,
the
sir.
Hot
Yes,
Boys,
sir.
whatever. So now I'm sober. I can't listen to that shit no more. I was licking titties in strip clubs, snorting cocaine off ass cracks to Jay Z. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I was window shopping way more than windows. You know what I'm saying? I
I just
had
like
to.
I'm sorry. I just like the way you just threw that in there.
It's
I was sniffing
true.
cocaine off of butt cheeks, man.
Yeah, well, think
Come
about it.
on,
You're
dog.
right, bro. You know how many times I was just riding in the whip system, bumping and the old nostalgic strip club song come on, and I'm like, skirt, relapse. It happened. That's why I had to get away from it, bro. I had to.
Yeah,
Music was a key to get me into my negative thoughts quickly,
right,
bro.
right.
To
Absolutely.
hustling would start. It would come up. I'm like, oh, maybe I could do.
Yeah, and it's
Uh.
definitely helps me dealing with that monkey on my back, working the way I work, because I don't have time to think about it. I try to keep myself busy from the minute that I wake up until my body can't take it no more and I gotta go to bed.
So check this out. This is crazy to think about. That's where country rap pops in for me because it's a bunch of crap that ain't really it's just life. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. So I've always scratched my head on what was the draw to Eminem, right? This is where he factors in, bro. He ain't really talking about nothing negative. I mean, it's crazy to think about talking about dirty rubbers and bazaars in there saying the shit he's saying, but in all reality, he's speaking facts, but in such a it's like a
Eminem
it's
way.
like it's like a Shakespeare. He's like a it is so crazy to watch full circle of hip hop of when I grew up listening to the shit. And nobody, my mom was sneaking CDs and tapes for me to listen to because all the parents in the neighborhood wouldn't let their kids around me if I was listening to Tupac and Bone Thugs and Eminem and
Oh my
like,
God.
yeah, it was a different time, bro. Like you couldn't. It was different. Florida back in my day when Pinellas County was way different than it is right now.
That's
Completely different.
crazy. That's crazy. See, all I had around me was hip hop. That's all
No,
there was playing around me was hip hop all day long. Coming from Brooklyn, New York, I mean, in my household, I didn't get into hip hop until I was like, I would say probably 10, 11. My first
you're
CD
gonna
was the
laugh
first
your ass off. Sammy was our hip hop, bro. Sammy, you remember Sammy?
Sammy.
Yeah. Uh, uh, that little fucking young cat. I can't think of the hit
Oh
song he
my God.
sang.
I think I
That
know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That was your hip hop?
Sammy. That was yeah, Sammy. A little John. That's what the moms be riding around. Soccer moms. Sammy, Little John. Every now and then we get some Little John. If it was maybe T Pain, but they would turn Wild 98.7 right off if it started throwing some Little Wayne or something on there. Oh man, come on.
Yeah, man. Mine since
Nas, and all that. Nah, Biggie, get away. Those are gang members. We're not listening to that around here.
right, right.
It
See,
was
mine
Hank
at a
Williams.
That's what, the way you just did that right now.
Was Campfires Hank Williams, Garth Brooks.
Somebody clip that part where he just did that right now. I want to make that as like a as something that I could pop up in my screen for all my reactions. That was a nice little dance that you did right there, with guitar, whatever you did there.
You were in Brooklyn and hip hop's different there, huh?
Oh yeah, not like it was for you. And I apologize. I didn't mean for that to happen to you, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I can't. I don't know where I'll be if that didn't come into my life. I was 11 years old when I bought my first Method Man CD. When I
That's
came to
wild.
bring the pain and all that came out, and then
Yeah.
Method Man is what brought me into hip hop because I saw a music video on MTV, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is dope." But before that, it was Spanish music. All I was hearing, all that was playing in my house was Spanish music.
Boricua, Borera.
No, Dominicano, Dominicano. Remember, I'm a Platano.
Hey, who was the one that did that? That's originally uh is it Nas that did that?
Waboricua, more than
Yeah.
I was Big Pun.
Yeah, big pun. Yeah, but there's another. That's just one of those beats. I think DMX even did something in Belly off of that. That's just one of those beats that was all over the place. Like they just
I think
sampled
that, yeah,
that.
I think that was a beat that everybody in their motherfucking sampled and
Yeah,
put different type of music out with it.
because I
But
can remember when they're walking into that big palace in Belly, and that's playing in the background, like some Godfather shit, and that's just chiming in the background.
oh, dude, I
Huh.
love that movie. Is one of the top hood movies for me in the world.
New Jack City. New Jack City is mine.
Yeah, really, I love New Jack
Yeah.
City, but Belly, it was different because Belly, I connected better with Belly because it was in my time frame when I was in the
Yeah.
streets. So DMX, Nas, all of them reminded me of me. It pretty much that's what we did. That's how we hung out in Brooklyn. That's how we did. Once I got to a certain age, I was already in the streets doing what I was doing, so it was familiar. I absolutely can relate to everything that happened in that fucking movie. So I was just like, that's why I just it just set with me a lot better than any of
Do
the
you
rest of
think
them.
it
All the rest of
made?
them are dope.
Do you think it made those guys a lot more relatable? That movie.
Absolutely, I think it made the perspective of the streets at that time frame to more relatable to the people out there that are looking at it. I think is one thing when it's something else.
Right. Well, that's the thing that's bridging. Like, there's something different about hip hop now than there used to be, but a lot of people are afraid to talk about it. I think back in the day, bro, hip hop was such a brutal thing because it come from the streets. They're trying to take the streets away from hip hop, and you can't do that, dude. You gotta let every everybody comes from a different area. Well, when you try to segregate music to certain areas, that's
Mm-hmm.
when you ruin it. And that's what I feel like's happening. I feel like the Julio Fulios, they have a place in hip hop. As much as people say that they sound like crap, and I don't really like anything that they put out, they still
Right,
have a
right.
place in it. You know what I'm saying? The
Absolutely.
violence and shit, that's away from the music. You can't blame the music. Yeah, they're putting diss tracks out, whatever. I'm just talking about the fact that you can't segregate that and say that's not hip hop because of what they're talking about. It's still they're still rapping.
It's yeah. It's still rap. And I agree with you 110%. You take that type of lifestyle out of hip hop, then take hip hop.
Yeah,
Because
it's
that's
gone.
what pretty much got it to a point where it's at right now.
Yeah,
It's them talking about these guys. People could say whatever they want, gang members and thugs and all. These guys were street poets. That's what they
facts.
was. That was all they were. They were telling you the story of the people that don't know about this life, that don't know or don't understand why is it that these people are selling drugs, or why is it that this guy joined a gang, or why is it that this guy shot this guy over a pair of sneakers. They're not going to understand it. So without these guys in hip hop telling us these stories,
Yeah,
we'll
you'll
be
never know.
lost.
Yeah,
We'll never
exactly.
know.
Yeah.
So it's out there. It's just the people that want to listen to it and want to judge it because they don't know what it is. Oh, I don't understand. I don't have a problem with any of this, or I have no problem doing this. I don't need to go get food stamps. I don't need to go get. Yeah, you don't because you're not where I'm from. We're
Right.
segregated to the whole other side of the state. Just like that, we won't mingle with the rest of them. They keep us right fucking here to keep us right fucking here. So try to one day when these people are in their high horses, if they want one of them to come down and just disguise yourself as a fucking person in the hood and see how long you'll fucking last.
You ain't making it. I
So
mean,
so
you.
instead of that person in their high horse doing that, that's what hip hop is for. So you can understand what it is to be in the hood. So you could get what it is without actually doing it.
Yeah,
They're
but what
poets. That's
bridges
all they
that?
are.
But what bridges that? Because, bro, check this out. This is what my wife, this is a real story that happened. This is how misunderstood a lot of this shit is. We're going to take Morgan Wallen. Here's Morgan Wallen. You got all these soccer moms going, why is Julio Fulio and all these people battling? I will never support that. I'll never, ever support anything like that, right?
Right.
Meanwhile, Morgan Wallen makes songs with Little Dirk. Little Dirk, in turn, also works and does the same type of shit as Julio Fulio. He just released a song that had him on the track in the music video 3 days ago. I mean, it
But he
blows
did it.
my
He did it.
mind.
He
Yeah,
did it.
uh, but
It's because he did it.
but you'll place this group of people in a box because they have some fame and they make country music and you enjoy it. So everything around them is okay to do that. They can bite off of whatever genre they want to bite off. They can say whatever they want to. They can rap about whatever they want to because they're friends with Morgan Wallen. But
Right.
this group of people is not a part of hip hop anymore because Karen said so. That blows my mind.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's when you get the people that are like, you're not a fan of hip hop, you're just a fan of that person.
Right.
So you shouldn't say anything if a person's going at somebody else in a battle. Understand what a battle is. And that's the
Hmm.
problem. A lot of people do not understand what a battle is when it comes from one artist to another. It is a sparring session. It
Right.
is them saying who is going to be better lyrically. And we're going to let you guys be the judge of it.
Steel
Because
sharpens steel.
if a rapper thinks he's the best and this rapper thinks he's the best, when they battle, when they leave, they still think they won. They're not gonna say they lost out loud. They're gonna
Right.
feel it inside. They're gonna know in their head, but out loud, they'll never admit that they lost.
Never. But it
But
should be a competitive nature of a human.
it's exactly that's why I love URL battle rap. That's why I
Hmm.
love the way they do it. You can watch two rappers say, I am going to take your mother and put her in a fucking oven and kill her and then eat her remains for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and not take
And then
offense to
after
it.
the battle, they hug each other. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, bro, man. Thank you. That was fire.
That's what
That's the
Mac
way you're
Lethal.
supposed to take it.
Ain't that what Mac Lethal and them do? He okay, so that's essentially called slam poetry too, right? Where
Right?
it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
cappella, there's
It's
no beat.
acapella, no beat,
It's
no
just
nothing. It's just
he,
back and forth.
it's really poetry. Kicking it. kicking it with, and then they just start running off of whatever they'll go off of your jacket, and then they just flow. It's almost
Well, that's freestyle. That's freestyle. The way the battle thing's going now is you got 3 rounds. Each round
okay.
is 3 minutes. You have a month to prepare for that person. And that
Oh,
person
I
has
got
a
you.
month to prepare for the other
So
person.
they're not freestyling it though.
There's
That
not a
makes sense.
freestyle at all. No,
Yeah.
that's how
It's
they stop the whole
memorized.
beef. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how they stop their beef in that battle rap shit. When a guy in the streets in Brooklyn has a problem with a guy in the streets in the Bronx and they both rap, they go to Smack White back in the day. Yo, film this. And I'll have a month to write for this guy, and you're gonna have a month to write for him. 3 rounds, 3-minute rounds. Let's see who's the
Damn.
best. And
There's
anything that person did to piss you off, it's gonna be in those 3 rounds. After the 3 rounds, the beef, the street beef that you have,
yeah.
is settled.
That happens
That's
still?
it. Till this day.
Oh shit. I didn't know that.
Till this
They got
day.
a
That's
YouTube.
why.
They got a YouTube channel.
Yes, URL.
Okay, hold on. I gotta write that on the note or something.
You
I'll
want to
look it
watch a
up.
battle? We go watch a battle.
Yeah, they won't hit it. They won't clip us on it.
They're not gonna clip us
Plan?
on the battles. No.
Okay, bet. Let me look it up here. Yo, that's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's how
'Cause I-
bad. That's why when these artists right now go at each other with battling, that's why I say some of the audience don't know what a battle really is. They start saying things on comments and they start throwing shit that they don't know. They don't understand. You don't know what's going on right now. All you know is you like this person and somebody's talking shit about them. That's all you know.
Okay, so URL rap battles. Tay Rock
Yep.
versus A Ward.
That's fire. That one was amazing.
Okay, we'll do that. Hold on, let me share screen.
Well, I don't know if you should play that one
No.
because those are big names.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're gonna clap the big names. They probably won't clap it, but I don't want the stream to go out because I brought a battle rap.
Okay, so hold on. What we could do is, what about no, that's
Oh,
still,
you know what? No. This guy, what's his name? Sax reacts to battle rap all the fucking time and he plays all that shit.
who is? Oh, he plays this stuff.
Yeah, he has like a
Okay.
battle night and he just watches battles back and forth.
Yeah, we don't have to play the whole thing anyway because it's
Yeah,
45
no.
minutes long. So we could. I didn't know this shit existed. Like I've seen old ones with Mac Lethal. I forget what the name of that is.
No, these dudes, most of these dudes are from New York, and this is like a big deal. This is like they got millions of views, and these dudes get paid $30,000-$40,000 a battle to battle.
Yeah, this one's got let's see. This one has 601 too. Yeah, that's a lot though. For just in talking shit for 45 minutes to get a
Look, but
601,000
it's
views.
about it's about the way they're talking shit. That's the problem. It's a lyrical battle. It's a pen battle. You're coming with doubles and triple entendres. You're coming with schemes. You're coming with everything that you got to get this guy the fuck out of here.
For 45 minutes straight too.
It's 3 rounds, 3 minute. So there's 3 3-minute rounds plus crowd reaction plus everything else. Them bitches go on forever sometimes.
Let's see.
Aaron Ward.
Oh, we're on it back.
I've seen it. A Ward called it. He came the furthest. He said he got his. Everything
He
good.
got it.
I was good. Okay. That's right there, pretty good.
Hey, and they're really out there, bro. They ain't just sitting off in like a
Nope.
bar with some studio lights.
They get bro, Curse. They pay for venues. They pay for venues like thousands of dollars to have this event. They have 2, 3, 4,000 people in these venues watching these battles, bro. It's a big fucking thing.
Yeah,
Eminem
that's
did
the
a
pit.
whole. Do you remember Eminem did that show?
8 Mile? The movie?
No, not the movie. A show. He did a show.
The game show. Yeah.
The battle
It was
rap
this.
thing.
It was this.
It was
like
battles.
this. Yeah.
It was
similar
that.
to
It was
this.
most of these dudes that were there.
It wasn't called. Was it called the? No, it wasn't called the Basement. That was a BET show.
It was called
It was on BET.
something slaughter. I forgot what the hell it was. It was a long time ago though.
That's wild, bro. To think, but this still exists. Like this is 2 months ago.
They have an event next month that I want to
No
go
way.
to. If it's in Atlanta, and I want to go to it, but they have an event this month coming up.
No way.
Yeah.
So these dudes really got beef though. Okay, hold on.
No. Let me rephrase. Let me say it
Okay.
again. If they had beef, this is how they would handle it. Sometimes people like, I think this person's a better rapper. I think this person's a better rapper. So depending on what the fans say, like Tay Rock and A Ward we're watching right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tay Rock has a fan base. A Ward has a fan base. Tay Rock is a gun bar king. He does gun bars better than anybody else in this shit. A Ward is really good with doubles and triples and freestyling. So the fans are saying, I think A Ward will win against Tay Rock. And then Tay Rock fans are saying, I think Tay Rock will win against A Ward.
All their side bets and everything.
So the owners of URL say, I'm gonna pay you 40, I'm gonna pay you 40,000. So and this is gonna be the event, and you guys are gonna be starring it. You guys are closing the show. You guys are the main event.
Holy shit.
And that's how it's ran.
Damn. So they're making bank rapping.
If they did have an issue, they'll talk to the owners of URL and say, yo, I want to talk to these guys to see if we can make something happen between me and this guy, because it's some shit that I got to tell them, and I'd rather do it in battle because I know nothing's going to happen after that.
Right, yeah.
And then they'll set it up. They'll set it up and they'll just do it.
That's wild. And this is so they're really doing this shit. Like
they're doing it for real.
Yeah, there's probably 30 people that have already done battle. This is just like the headliner. This is like the.
This is the headliners.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Out. Yeah. You said your name was Kimsey Aaron Ward. Kimsey. Wait. Kimsey? With a K-I-M? You shitting me? Literally, Kimsey is a bitch to me. You're a white bitch with a white bitch name like Kimberly. I'ma make you a memory. Pour this toast on you. He tried to jet. I followed Kim trails. I got smoke for you. He bang. Can I get an amen? He bang. Kimsey a C-Pain. Loso's a pack. I turned Kim Dog to a weed string. 4 horsemen. I'm about to kill 2 out of the best 3. Disrespect me, your face with a tech beat. He looking up to the sky, screaming for God. I'm like, let's see. You hear that? Yep. No God. Just me. Let's get religious. Let's get religious. Why the Bible don't got no pictures in it? Who the fuck is King James? Ain't that LeBron? If LeBron is King James, that shit ridiculous. Shit is wicked, to get specific. You know how many people lied on that Bible to not get convicted? Can I get an amen?
Hey, you know what's weird to me though is sometimes like those don't hit to me. How come? Is that just a culture thing though? Because I've seen no matter who says stuff about the Bible, it could even not make any sense, and
it's because the reason why he's going after him is because A Ward is a Christian rapper. So his main thing is that he about God and everything. That's why he's attacking the Bible the way he is.
Yeah, because I understood when he talked about pulling out the toast, he's talking about a burner. I see why he said he's a gun bar, because then he even used chemtrails, which is chem dog, which is a strain. He used the plane. He is pretty sick, and that's what's weird to me. It's like, for me, I knew this as what they would call slam poetry. Like I seen this in like like theatrical art classes in high school. In a high school I went to, Clearwater, this was like, it was kind of normal to see this type of battle rap. I didn't know that this was like big up in New York. I didn't know this is like it.
Oh, this is big Canada. In New York. This is big in New York. This is big in Canada. This is big in Chicago. This is big in Philadelphia. It's big in Cali. It's big everywhere. All these dudes, they're flying from different states. Tay Rock is from Baltimore. A Ward is, I believe, from Florida, and the venue is in Jersey. I think this venue was. So they fly them out and everything, and They do it. This is coming from all over the fucking country, bro.
But you think a lot of these dudes are rappers that rap on beats. This is just like they have way more talent. That's what I think.
No,
This is
no,
cool we're
no,
doing
no.
this.
This is nothing compared to how he gets. This is just the beginning. They amp up. You'll hear schemes and bars and shit that you're just like, what the fuck? The way they
No,
just
I'm
put it
saying,
together, it's
no, I'm
crazy.
saying, like, you know how Mac Lethal does this, but he also raps, like, and makes songs.
Mac
A lot
Lethal
of
won't
these,
stand. Mac Lethal will not stand a minute in front of none of these guys. I could almost
so like
guarantee
this
it.
A Ward dude, he said he's a Christian rapper, right?
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah,
curse at all.
so he's got like Christian rap tracks, like albums he puts out. Like that's what I'm saying. These
No,
dudes are
no.
like,
This is their means of income. This is what they do for a living. This is their job. They are not. They don't have an album. They drop
oh,
tracks
he's a
and shit like
Christian
that.
rapper in this shit. He's a Christian rapper in
Yeah,
battle rap.
yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
they don't do studio time like that. They come up with little projects here and there. This is their main source of income. This is what they do for a living. This is their job. This is what they love to do. They don't want to do mainstream. They don't want to drop albums. Because imagine this. Why would I want to drop an album when I could do a 9-minute battle and get $40,000? Why
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck would I want to
crazy.
do that?
You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
So all they do is practice and get better and do this.
Never touch a beat. They don't even need a beat. They're
Why
just
would they need
writing.
one?
That's
Why would they need
wild,
one?
dude.
These
That is-
guys are Eminem pen lyrically. They're on
Yeah.
Eminem level pen wise. Why would they need a beat? They could get
I
on.
wonder
They don't. Then that's the problem. They do this so much that when they get on a beat, they're trash.
That's what I was gonna say. I wonder what they would sound like on a beat.
There's a couple that do sound good. There are a couple that are good on beats. Majority trash. They can't rap on beat to save their life.
That's wild, bro.
But when it comes to lyrics, this is what I'm talking about. This is the essence of hip hop. This is where you battle to find out if you are really good at your pen that you think you are, or is your fans gassing you up saying you're good, and your people around you saying you're good. This is where you come to test if you're good or not.
Do you think that this had to happen before real rap, like real what we see today as hip hop happened? Do you think this is what was going on, and then somebody threw on a beat, and then that just evolved to what we have now? Because I feel like this is more core.
I think this was because back in the day, back like when I was young, you would have a couple of clips on you. You'll have, let's say, 30-something bars or whatever.
Right.
That you have already memorized. So I'm going to take my 10 bars and you're going to take your 10 bars. And let's say somebody comes up to me, yo, Ray, I got this guy that you need to go after. Like, what's his name? Kurt. He lives down the block. All right, cool.
Oh, okay.
I'll go down the block. Your 10 versus my 10. Everybody's the judge. Let me know who won. That's how they did it back in the day. It was just, and those 10 could go to 3 hours of them going back and forth. I've seen an 11-round battle between two dudes in the middle of the street. Because that I don't think that what made it. Oh, now let's add a beat to it. I think what made hip hop was first and foremost the DJ. The DJ was the first one to bring this type of sound to us, and then came because back in the day, like if you go to a party. You're more there for the DJ of how he's spinning the music, how he's scratching, how he's doing everything. Exactly. And then if somebody knew how to put words together, oh, here's the mic. Go ahead. And they'll throw words together, but they're more hype about the DJ than the guy that's rapping.
Yeah. That's why MC is important.
Yeah. So the rapper comes out and says, I'm going to have to start saying more crazy shit to get a reaction because the DJ's getting all the play. So they start getting better at writing poetry. They get better at putting these words together, painting a picture, telling a story, however is it that you're going to do it. And that's how hip hop came to this. This is fundamentals hip hop 101. This is for you to let out all your aggression, to let out all your passion, all the hatred that you have for somebody, whatever, and just let it out. What battle rap did was, we're going to focus on using this as a source of not only helping us mentally with our frustrations, but also getting better with our pens. trying to be the best MC that I could be. There's a guy called DNA. There's a battle rapper. Eminem, out of Eminem's own mouth, said one of the best battle rappers in the world is DNA because he can rap off the top of his head, freestyle, real freestyle, not written, memorized, and I'm gonna do it at Fun Flex. Right. No, a real freestyle off the top of your head. He'll rap about your headphones, your hat, your shirt, make a scheme, and then have a bar that will knock you on your fucking ass.
So what would you say about Harry Mack then?
Harry Mack, best freestyle in the world. Harry Mack does it more on a consistent basis. Harry Mack does it in.
So you take, what'd you say that guy's name was? That was the best freestyle in
DNA.
the world? You take DNA. So what does this do for hip hop? You take DNA, you take Harry Mack, you take Kendrick Lamar, and you take Eminem, and they both do this. All those two versus those two in this type of style battle.
A 2-on-2. A 2-on-2?
Live on live on a stage. No, live on a stage.
So who's the teams?
It's Eminem versus Kendrick. And Harry Mack, it's Eminem and Harry Mack versus Kendrick in this.
Because they do that. They do that here. They have 2-on-2s.
That would be sick, bro.
They'll rap back. If they do that, it's going to be a bad day for everybody because they're going to be in that stage for hours. Because this is the problem. Eminem, best rapper in the world, in my opinion. Best rapper in the fucking world. Right?
I agree.
Kendrick Lamar, a GOAT. A GOAT. Full-fledged, 100% GOAT. Harry Mack and DNA, both of those are GOATs in their own lane. So they're so good at what they do in freestyle. If they want to do a freestyle rap, Eminem and Kendrick Lamar will lose 100 times. They will lose. And I'm an Eminem stan. I love Eminem more than anything else in this world. No, not more than anything else. I love my wife and my kids.
So you think if it came down to it that Harry Mack and that, because that's what they're built and designed to do.
Because you have to put a lot of things in perspective. Harry Mack and DNA do this every day. Yeah. Eminem, Kendrick Lamar do not.
Right.
Harry Mack and DNA have mastered their craft at a very young age to get to where they're at right now. Lyrically and how they put this shit together and how they do their shit. Eminem and Kendrick both put the same amount, but in their writtens. They're not like that freestyle. They can't freestyle these two. They'll lose 100 times. Now, if we're talking about a written battle, of course Eminem and Kendrick would get them the fuck out of here. It's Eminem and Kendrick.
Yeah. No, I'm saying
they have a more time frame.
No, I'm saying Eminem versus Kendrick Lamar in this type of style. Like slam poetry off the top, no.
So they're not teams.
Yeah, no. It's Eminem and Harry Mack. Yeah, and then Harry Mack.
Oh, that's a different situation. Okay, so on that, oh shit.
Yeah,
Eminem will win against Kendrick.
No
Eminem would absolutely. So I don't. No. I didn't say no problem. He would end up winning. Kendrick is going to give him a run for his money. Kendrick is going to do some shit.
Just got a stronger pen. Like he
I just believe M's got a stronger pen. Yeah. And Eminem, you have to understand something. Eminem came from battle rap.
I say Eminem off of this recent album drop. I agree with you. 2 years ago, I might say.
Why you say that?
I feel like he actually censored his own self a little bit there for a while. I feel like this system was definitely getting the best of him and getting in his head a little bit. And I think he shut it all down. And I think now he's like, man, you know what, bro? I shut all my shit down. I didn't say what I had to say. I could have probably been a lot more wealthy or not missed all these things in my life that I had to because I shut my mouth. So now I'm gonna say what I gotta say and I'm gonna walk the fuck away.
And that's what it is. And that's what it is. A man can only have his mouth closed only for so long before he blows up and says, you know what? If this cancels me, so be it. I had a good run. Yada yada yada. But at the same time, as a fan, you could say whatever you want about Eminem. You're not going to cancel him. There's no way you can. He's solidified in hip hop.
He said he made Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj
bro.
Yeah, and something about he wanted to suck on Megan's big toe because she shot it off, right?
No, that was Bizarre that said it. Bizarre said he wanted to suck on the toe. That's disgusting.
Hey, didn't she shoot her toe off? Didn't one of them shoot themselves in the foot? I
Megan
could've
Thee
sworn-
Stallion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he
she got
talks about it.
Who was it? What's this guy's name? Who's the one that shot her? I forgot the guy's name.
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez. Yeah, when I heard Bizarre say that shit, I was just like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
How you gonna sucking on the big toe? Scissors.
That's disgusting.
Hey, he painted a good mental picture of it though. When I seen it, I just seen her like on the sexy leg pose, toad stuck. Oh my God.
Now we at Captain Kurt late night live right now.
Jeez Louise. All right, let's see. Here we go.
Hey, yo, I will disrespect everything you believe is scripted in it. As far as Moses splitting the sea, he really didn't. Mary didn't have to fuck to get pregnant. Kid, forget it. Fuck Noah's Ark. I'll take the last 2 worms and go fishing with it.
Damn.
When the culture praising you, friends change on you. I'm talking abracadabra. Your dog could turn to a snake on you. You sure none of them 4 horsemen hate on you? You sure none of them 4 horsemen hate on you? How long did Cain dislike his brother? As long as he was able to. Damn shame. Can I get amen? Damn shame on you. Beretta lifting, the weapon hit him. I don't give a fuck if the brains from his head is missing. I'ma grab his corpse, punch it. I'm hella sickening. I'ma hit it with a cross and curse out the body. It's an exorcism. He gonna need a bandage, gun butt. He gonna see the damage. Your dentures gonna be made of porcelain or cheap ceramic. You scared of URL. We seen him panic. You can't beat nobody from the New Wave, eh? I ain't speaking Spanish. Reach for your strap. Can I get an amen? Reach for your strap. I snatch it. Now it's my chrome. His mind blown, how Rock reversed it like a time stone. I'm a fry Holmes. I'm a fry Holmes. He tweet too much on that iPhone. Don't compare me to this acorn. I'm not a pine cone. Fucking with Rock, gonna take an ambulance ride home. Stomped out, broken jaw, ribs, and thigh bones. We trampoline, kid gets sent to a sky zone. Your respirator gonna have the same sound as a dial tone. Scary shit. Can I get an amen?
Serious shit right there.
So he's poking at him with the religion aspect of it. That's what he's doing, but respectfully.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
He can say whatever he wants, but at the end of the day,
Your life
they both have respect for each other.
So the guy, this dude don't cuss over here, right? But he's cussing, but he's also using respect to the religion while still cussing, talking about lifting the Beretta. So I'm sure he's got a problem with the dude talking about guns and religion all at the same time. I see what's going on. That's why it hits a little harder.
Because A Ward doesn't use gun bars. He doesn't kill anybody in his bars. He lyrically tries to kill him. He tries to go another way. He kind of does the NF thing. He'll go NF on, and he'll just rap crazy, but he's not gonna have any gun bars. He's not gonna do anything crazy like that. Lately, he battled one of the top niggas in this shit, and he did come out with one gun bar, and it blew the roof off because nobody was expecting it to happen.
Yeah, so that helped him get the W.
But he lost. He lost. He lost that battle 100 times. That boy killed his ass.
But he used that as like the last ditch effort. Like, hey,
that was kind of like his special move, his specialty move that he needed to use to see if he could get the win for the battle.
Yeah,
this is a sport, bro. It's a sport. It's not. There's no hatred on that stage. That sometimes, of course, you're gonna have dudes that really don't like each other, and then they put them in a situation where they have to battle, and then their people and the other people on stage don't like each other, so they'll start some shit, and then it'll cancel the show. So it does happen sometimes, but the majority of the time is respect. They know what their objective is. They know it's a battle. If you don't have a thick skin, you can't be in this because they will bring up shit from your past.
It's a paycheck, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
End up in embarrassment, clothesline with a lariat. I'll air this shit. After I use it, I'll bury it. Put 2 big rounds in back of the horse like a chariot. That's how I carry it. End up getting cherry picked. And beam in the dark look like a blunt when the cherry lit. Do this fucking dirty. Can I get an A fucking min? Do this fucking dirty. Up to 30, no fucking mercy. I'ma end up erasing a horse. Kentucky Derby. Pistol.
Erasing
a horse. Kentucky Derby. Pistol dumping. Hitting something. You know what's crazy? When them shots go off, them horses get the run.
Why do they do that though? But why do they do that? I hear that a lot. Like when because he was talking about racehorse. He said erasing horse, right? But why do they'll say erasing horse, racehorse, like they beat that bar 3 or 4 times.
Well, it's because the adrenaline when they're on stage and the fans' reaction, because this is all live. This is happening right in front of everyone's faces. So that type of energy, they just hype you up. And the more you repeat it, the fans start going crazy, and that's why he's one of the top dudes. It's about performance, baby.
MC. It's an MC.
It's an MC, but you have to have that performance. Don't think you're going to get on the stage and just stand and just have a mic and rap. No, you have to start acting out your gun bars and going crazy and getting hype. And you have to have it.
Yeah, that makes sense now because Deacon, he was in here a little bit ago, Deacon Blue. He's real big into like that old school hip hop shit. He comes from, I think, PA. So he's up in that same roots. But he says you have to be MCs like there's no MCs left. An MC, he told me, is like a DJ, a rapper. You're doing it all. You're a hype man. You're jumping up like DMX. DMX was probably one of the last MCs.
One of the last MCs.
Yeah, so I see what you're saying. That makes more sense because he knows if it went over, if you've been drinking out there, you've been smoking, it kind of went over your head. Let me make sure you know I'm talking about a racehorse. That was I get it now. Okay. It's like over enunciating it. It's like parentheses around that thing.
You know what's crazy? When them shots go off, them horses get the run. I love the moment. Pistol whip you till blood is on it. You wanna know what else is crazy? Them horses ain't the only things with muzzles on it. Amen. I pull up with a K for you. Spark that iron. You pull up on niggas and pray for them. You call that sliding? I will strangle this nigga. His dark ass dying. Rope around his neck, pulling with both hands, look like I'm horseback riding.
And Kurt.
Yeah.
And FYI, just in case anybody in the chat needs to know this, just in case. The people that you see on stage, all these guys, like the guy with the glasses, the guy with the red hat, they're battle rappers. They're all battle rappers. And most of these dudes that you see on stage right now have written for mainstream artists. They have written for a lot of mainstream artists. Okay, and a lot of mainstream artists that are goats.
So wait a minute. So you know the interview for the guy that says he wrote Drake's bars? That guy talks about the battle rap.
He's a battle rapper.
Is this what he's talking about?
That's where he came from.
Oh,
he came from he used to battle in URL. He used to be a battle rapper.
That dude's a beast. The guy that wrote the Drake.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's why it sounded so good.
Yeah.
And that's why Benzino's shit sounded so good because it was a battle rapper that wrote it.
So wait a minute. So that makes sense because a lot of times I see ghostwriters, they'll write it and they'll rap it in the cadence that they wrote it in, but then they'll give it to somebody else, like let's say Drake, and then Drake will go over it and maybe alter it and change the cadence in order to fit his beats. I see. So these dudes,
Connie, yes. Connie has a question. I have seen some on Wild and Out. I think, there's 3 battle rappers on Wild and Out. It's Hitman Holla, it's Charlie Clips, and it's Conceited. The 3 of them pretty much helped build this company. URL, those were their 3 main battle rappers. And Charlie Clips still battle raps, and so does Hitman Holla. They still come back to this, and they still go and battle people left and right. This is a business. It's something that they built in the streets, and they made it into an industry now. This is a company that we're talking about. This is not These guys are making 20, 30 million a year doing this
I,
shit.
yeah, but I wonder why it's so like not known because I feel like this is a side of hip hop that should
Promo,
be known. This,
promo.
yeah, they don't care. Yeah,
And
you're
you know
right.
what's the problem? This is the
The
problem. You
hood.
want me to tell you want me to tell you the problem? Why do you think Eminem did that show? Why? Why do you think Eminem said we're gonna put together a show for these battle rappers to battle each other, make it a competition? They're gonna live in a house, they're gonna have
Money
competitions. No, 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 no. Why did he do it? Why did
to try
Eminem do
to
it? Not
help
because of the
grow,
money,
to try to
to
help grow.
try
Yeah, but
to
they
try
don't
to
want to.
help grow. But this is
Yeah,
what happened with them. The majority of those guys, like Eminem, can't come in here and tell us what the fuck to do with battle rap. Eminem can't tell us that he can't come over here and try to take over. We built this
yeah.
shit, and he's come over here trying to get the light off of it. Yada yada yada. So Eminem did this. Okay, I'll back off. You guys do it. That's why they never did another show
And that's why
because they
nobody
said,
knows about it,
and that's why nobody. Because if they would have kept on doing it, I
yeah,
guarantee that this would have been a $1 billion company by now.
bro. They would have been doing this shit before UFC fights with Joe Rogan. They'd have been doing this in the ring
I'm
before the
telling you,
fight.
when you have time, Kurt, for real, when you have time, dig into some of these dudes, bro. These dudes lyrically will fucking make your head spin.
Yeah, I'm going to because I've been telling my wife, I'm like, I remember slam poetry. That's what I know this by. Back in the day, that's all I understood as a freestyle rap. I didn't
No
understand
British
this.
Bulldog, no British Bulldog. Eminem's handlers did not tell him this was all Eminem's idea. He had to convince Dre to do it. He
Yeah,
told Dre this that we need to do this because this is the what I forgot. It's an interview out there, not an interview, but there's a quote out there that Eminem was pretty much was the one that told Dre, "Hey, I'm thinking about this idea. I want to bring these guys up. I want to give these guys some shine. If my name is stapled on it, then it's going to give them the views. It's going to give them the shine, and it's going to give them everything that they need to take this to a whole nother fucking level." Dre said, "Okay," and then that's when they made Ultimate Slaughter. That's the name of the show, Ultimate
Ultimate
Slaughter.
Slaughter. You know who
And
shines some light on that about a little bit for me is King Dada. When King Dada started pointing out the turning point of 2000s hip hop, that's when I changed my perspective on a lot of things, dude. Like I never realized how many hit rap albums dropped in the 2000s. Like I never it never dawned on me. I mean, look, Nas's biggest album 2000, right? Lil Wayne's biggest album 2000, everything. So that must be the turning point when the
50,
commercials.
50 Cent, 50
50
Cent.
Cent. Yeah, you could dig and dig and dig. Outcast, their biggest
Mm-hmm.
album, 2000. Like you could go on and on. So when he said that, I'm like, wait a minute. I wonder if that's when like the media and the commercial side of like what we know of rap now took over to where this shit pushed so far underground that and Eminem tried to save it, right? It sounds like,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
these dudes are so hood. They're really hood. Like people don't understand. They don't give a shit about some
So, bro,
flyers.
that guy, the announcer in the beginning of this, the
Yeah.
announcer, he's a
Yeah.
fucking crypt.
Yeah, you don't care about no flyers, bro. They
He give a
gotta
fuck
show
about
the.
none of that shit.
No, we ain't doing no flyers. We don't give a shit about the podium. We don't need a podium. Get the fucking podium out of here. That's what I'm saying. And then you got Eminem's management team running around talking about you guys need. Hey, I don't like that blemish on your face. They're like, get the fuck out of
They're
here.
not
This
used to
I
any of
get it.
that. They're
Yeah,
not used to the industry type shit. And
you can see. I mean,
and
they
and
don't
that's why
care.
it kind of pissed me off. That's why it kind of freaking irritated me that the battlers themselves had this type of reaction. And I was like, dude, and Murder Mook is one of the biggest battle rappers that there is in this shit. He's like the top dog. And he even said it. He was like, people don't understand when a blessing is in front of them. Eminem came and he did what he did to help this industry, to help us be heard, to help us to get more paper, to help us to get more shine. And the ego, the ego in battle rap is too big. That half these dudes can't handle it. They can't
Yeah,
handle
but
their own ego.
Yeah, but I feel like Eminem kind of just recently embraced that. I can't remember exactly what he says, but he said because I had a little less melatonin, or I forget what
Melanin,
melanin, I had to put a little bit more heat on it, or something along the lines.
pretty
So
much.
just imagine if they would have just flat out accepted Eminem, would we have got what we got now? Ever? I don't think you would have ever seen a Slim Shady LP,
M-
or ever.
Eminem needed that struggle. He
Yeah.
needed to go through what he needed to go through to get that out of him. He says it himself. He's a shy guy. He's a secluse. He doesn't like to be around people after drugs. He didn't want to be around nobody.
Right.
And he's a secluse by nature. He's a secluse. So you put a guy like that in a situation where he loves this shit so much. And if Eminem, I always say he is a dork when it comes to hip hop. You can ask him any question of hip hop from the fucking 70s all the way to 2024, and he could answer it to you because he's a geek. He's a dweeb. He sits here and he studies this
Craft,
shit.
yeah. Just craft to make sense.
So when you take Eminem and you put him in a situation where he's in the middle of Detroit with nothing but black people around him, back in 97, where a white rapper, blasphemy. There shouldn't be no white rappers. What are you talking about? These guys can't fucking rap. And then he raps the way he does. It was a matter of time before somebody heard this man. He needed to go through that. He needed to go through all that hell in order for him to say, you know what, fuck it, and rap the way he raps. He knows what he was doing. He knows the shock rap. That was the only way out that people could listen to him. If he rapped about the streets and drugs, and he's gonna be just another white rapper trying to make it. So that's when he said, you know what? All right, I'm gonna give you guys something different. And he rapped like Slim Shady. And when that happened, and come on, dog, Dre thought M was black.
Yeah, that's wild. When he heard the mixtape the tape he sent in, yeah, that's wild.
Come on, dog, he thought he was black.
Yeah.
And then when he saw this white boy with blue eyes and blonde hair show up in his office, he was like, what the fuck is this? M took a chance on Aftermath, just like Aftermath took a chance on M. Because at that moment, if you don't remember, Dr. Dre was going down. Aftermath was losing money. Aftermath wasn't producing nothing. Eminem was his last shot to do something with this label. And he signed him. He took a shot. He said, fuck it. What do I got to lose? I'm already almost out the door.
Well,
and then it changed both their lives.
I think about that a lot when I look at all like the racial tensions that they speak on that they say we have so bad. And I look at rap and I say, okay, well, that doesn't make sense because back in the day, hip hop really wasn't accepted in the white culture. It was very shunned upon. It was very taboo. It was very like now you got 40-year-old soccer moms shaking their ass to Boosie, getting married to Kodak Black. It's way different. So it's weird to me. It's weird to me to look at it like, man, Eminem was at the turning point of when he like kind of cracked the mold to say it's okay to be a white dude and rap. Like he really did.
Absolutely.
I
And you know
who
what?
else
What
you could say it.
you know what the consensus, because there was somebody in the comment that said something about it. Christopher, I just read it right now. He said M did not claim to be black. But I always have this argument with a lot of people. And I was like, so you take a white boy and you put him in the middle of the fucking hood, that all he listens to is hip hop, and all that is around him is this culture, and you expect him to wear a suit and tie?
Yeah.
He didn't act black. He was acting like himself. He was acting like Marshall. He was acting like what his surrounding brought him up to be like. He wasn't being nobody that he wasn't.
You know where Greenwood is? Bel Air, Clearwater.
Yes,
they call it Wick City.
Wick City.
Yeah, because wicks, like black people, the wick, like they have wicks, like dreads, like wicks. They call them wicks, short little wicks. So I grew up in more of a country area around a bunch of country folks, but I went and hung out in the ghetto. I was the white boy in the jabos. I was the white boy. I wasn't. I knew I was white, but I can't. That was the culture I was surrounded with. I was buying white T-shirts out of the corner store. I had the blue jabos, the green jabos, the red jabos. I had,
but why?
Forces,
because
whatever.
that's what you were raised around. That's what you know.
Yes, that's
so. Just because Eminem wears a fucking bandana and a fucking hat over it and wearing fucking jerseys, because if that's what the fuck they were dressing like back in those days, that's what his mindset was built.
That was the style.
Like.
That was the style, bro. That's what everybody wore. It didn't matter in that area. In the inner cities is the different. People don't understand. I love being in Florida for that because I understand a lot of different cultures from being in Florida. There's a lot of states that don't have the benefit of being in Florida and getting to experience Spanish, Black, Indian, whatever. You're around everything, dude, and that's the key. So music to me is important. Like That's why I went to country rap. That's why, look, what Jelly Roll got to do on this Eminem album is mind blowing.
Ooh.
Mind blowing.
Bro, I am so happy and so proud of Jelly Roll for getting the opportunity to work with Eminem because I know that he wanted to do that a long time now. For
Well,
years, he wanted to be on the track with M.
well, not only that, bro. Like when everybody says, "Oh, Donald Trump's a convicted felon," all the felons won, bro. Jelly Roll's made this clear a lot. He is a felon. So to see a felon take their life and turn it to where you are now on the
It's
biggest
inspiring.
stage, it's mind blowing, bro. It doesn't matter. Take away everything, take away who it is, take away whatever, set all your problems aside. If you don't like it for this or that, mainstream or not, just to say, damn, this dude got all the way to the top from being completely down at the bottom. And that's essentially what Eminem did. So I think it's crazy to kind of see it come full circle and see what a lot of people look at this genre of country rap as a joke. Well, that just shows them all they're crazy, dude, because that's where Jelly come from. That's right where Jelly come out of. You know, there's Colt Ford,
Exactly.
Upchurch. There's people
That
that
that did so much for country rap that a lot of people don't understand it. They don't get what's
no.
going on right now. And they don't get what's about to fucking happen to country rap. Because Jelly Roll is known. Obviously, Jelly Roll is known. And Jelly Roll can rap like a motherfucker too. But when it comes to that country music, it's a different type of feeling that he gives you. Once you're on a track with M singing that, oh, forget about it, bro.
I'll say this, bro. If he sold out, I'm glad he sold out and went to Eminem and made a song with Eminem and at least gave the genre some sort of oomph. Because look, bro,
Right.
be honest. Think of it like this. Do you think a lot of rap fans know that Upchurch has got 2 tracks with Boosie? No, because they're not
Nope.
looking. They're not looking for that. Now they're gonna stumble around and say, "Oh, who's Jelly Roll? Oh, who's this? Oh, Upchurch, Boosie, Upchurch." Like that creates. Oh, Adam Calhoun. Oh, Struggle Jennings. Like all the, and then you start trickling down from the bigger guys to the smaller
Right.
guys. You start finding the
Right.
Cokas, the Samsons. You start finding these different rappers, bro. That's what it's all about. And
Samson is amazing, bro. Samson is crazy.
dude, I didn't know. I got put onto him a long time ago, and I know Flawed was a real big fan of him for a while, and I always heard the name, but I thought it was a black dude. I don't know why. I thought there was a black dude that I thought it was a black guy, like an older black guy. I don't know why I thought that, but I never really paid no mind. But I seen him drop the $1 Million Baby, and the other one that everybody said was a diss to Tom, and I was like, yo, this kid can rap, and he just dropped something today.
Did he? Tom?
Yeah, he no Tom dropped something today, and so did Samson.
Oh, I got work to do tomorrow then.
Samson dropped
Oh,
Samson dropped
I know Tom dropped. Yeah. Somebody texted me. I remember, yeah. Somebody texted me that he did something about Trump. That he did a
yeah,
song about what happened with Trump.
yeah, something about he did you missed or something. Something about them missing Trump. They missed the
Oh my
shot.
God. I'm sorry, bro. British Bulldog just brought up something. Ren in church will be fucking amazing.
Yeah, British Bulldog's been pushing that for like 2 years. Hey, shout out
Ren
to
in
Cass.
church.
Happy
Oh.
birthday to Cass. It's Cass's birthday in here. Shout out to Cass. Happy
Should
birthday.
I sing Kaz happy birthday?
Yeah, let's do it.
Me. I'm good.
My
Happy birthday to you.
to you.
Happy birthday to you.
To you.
Happy birthday.
Dear Cass.
Happy birthday.
To you.
That's called a duet, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, happy birthday, Cass. That's what's up. No, bro, I wish, what I wish there was? Sometimes I wish there was like a reset button because I feel like even, we talked right away about how like the genre and the reactors, how you wish more reactors would work and mingle with one another. The same
Right.
could be said about the genre, but I think egos put a lot of strain on everything. I think egos crush a lot of opportunities for everyone, and I wish there was a way to just erase all that shit sometimes.
The ego, that's the hard part of it. That ego shit is a very hard thing to fucking break away from. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever gonna fucking happen, no matter what people try or do, just because that's human nature. That's just how the fuck we are, and we have to completely, all of us, at the same time, need to consecutively change our fucking minds to think the same in order for any of this shit to work. There's always going to be that one person that's going to always fuck it up for everybody else.
Right.
And it sucks, and it fucking sucks, and I hate it.
Yeah, but it's ass backwards, bro. It's so confusing to me because I feel like in life, competition is what it needs to happen in order to break down barriers between individuals. It doesn't have to be men. It could be two women. It could be two men. When you're in a competition with somebody and you're going back and forth with somebody, that sometimes creates the best friendship or a very strong relationship or a very strong
Absolutely.
whatever you want to call it. So I feel like now egos are crushing competition because everybody's so afraid to lose that they don't want anybody to compete with them, that they're so closed off in the possibility that somebody's better than them at something that that it just doesn't exist. This shit won't exist soon, I guarantee it.
What, this, the battle rap?
It won't eventually. If it keeps going at the rate it is nowadays because of social media and because people being so concerned about being better than one
But,
another,
and that's
the
exactly
generation
why
will
the
go
hell,
away.
that's why the hell, like this, they've been doing this shit for fucking like 20 years now. They've been doing this shit, and that's exactly why it will never break that barrier. People can't handle the type of shit that these guys say. People won't be able to handle. This is like compared to how most of these dudes go in at each other. They go in at each other and they're very, very, very disrespectful. Like to the point where you'll sit there and be like, I don't even think these dudes like each other. Like, I think they're gonna kill each other after this.
Yeah.
And then when you see that finale of when the battle is over and you see them in the background hugging and dapping each other up and hugging each other and walking off stage with each other, it will blow your mind. But it will never get to the point for them to see it until that point. They'll hear the first bar and they'll be like, nope, too much. I don't want to hear it.
It's offending people watching this later on YouTube to the point where they're wanting to fight these people for the other person and they don't even know these people.
And these guys do interviews,
pussification, bro.
And they're asked about that all the time. And they were like, if you can't handle the things that are coming out of their mouth, then don't watch. We're not forcing you to watch. We're just putting it up for our fans to watch it. If you can't handle what we're saying to each other, then that's on you. You want to piss yourself off, hit play. And if you don't want to piss yourself off, don't even hit it.
We were taught sticks and stones may break our bones, but words will never hurt us. A long time ago, everybody was taught that. And it's like we throw all that shit out the window and let other people's words and opinions change us so much. And I don't get
Sticks
it.
and stones might break your bones and words hurt. That's where we at right now. Words hurt.
Yeah.
Everybody's hurt about something that's being said to them about
Worse
whatever.
Than sticks. Worse than sticks, bro. Motherfucker could get hit with
like,
a
I'd
stick
rather
with a
you
rock.
hit me with, they're like, I'd rather you hit me with a stick and a rock than fucking say anything bad about what I'm wearing or how fat I am or if I got a fucking gap between my tooth. Look, some of these motherfuckers out here that are posting shit up need to stop posting shit up. They don't look as good as they think they do.
Yeah, OnlyFans should have a criteria, right?
they should have a limit of how many people should join. Because Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
These people are nuts, man. They're nuts out here.
They're selling socks. They're selling I seen, what was one lady selling? Farts. I listened to this radio
Farts
show
in a jar.
Yeah. That's what she was selling. Farts in a jar. Yes. And making a killing, bro. She was telling people how she had to prep each day and she ate certain things for certain jars. Like, bro,
I low key want to buy a fart in the jar just to see if it still stinks when I open it. Not because of anything else, just to see if it still stinks.
It's going to. I promise you it's going to. My buddy Danny, a long time ago when we were you know those tubes that you could get for Easter that have like jelly beans and shit in it?
Yeah.
Well, back in the day when Jackass was like a thing, bro, and it was just coming out and we were running around hitting each other with buzzers and shit. We were like in our teens. He went in my mom's bathroom and farted in this tube and he put the little fucking lid on it and come out and started pulling it off and shoving it in our face going scoop. And dude, it's worse. I feel like, you know, a shower fart, you know, when you're in a shower and one gets out in the shower, how it's 10 times worse?
I just did one.
Those will kill you, bro. Those
kind
shower
of fucked
farts
me
will
up
hurt.
a little bit. I got dizzy. I ain't gonna lie, I got dizzy a
Your
little bit.
nose hairs and shit start curling. Yeah.
I was like,
how
what
it
did
is in
I
a jar.
eat? Like low key, I did it, and then I looked around to see if there was somebody else because I didn't believe it was me that did that smell. I was just like, oh my God, I think the water just dried up.
It evaporated. Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
God.
it gets trapped in a bubble, bro. That's the worst thing about it. That's why they gag me, is because I know it gets in the water molecule, and then that water molecule is just floating around in there with you. It's like, oh boy.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh man.
How did we get to farts in a jar? I don't know.
I don't know. But hey,
But we're
somebody got
here
there.
now.
Dude, somebody's gonna retire off that. I'm jealous of that.
I'm gonna sell belly button lint if it's like that. I'm gonna start fucking selling belly button lint.
I ain't got no belly
$150.
button.
I'm gonna
You get
put lint in my belly button and I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna just let it sit there all day.
I got belly button lint. I only get it when you got to buy a lot of new shirts though. That'd be my problem because my dryer Downy is good, bro. They get all that lint up out of there.
I love Downy, bro.
Downy,
I
Downy's where
love
it's at.
Downy. That smell is just amazing,
You
bro.
put the and I'm a bro. I'll be real with you. You know those little incense beads. I'm a welder, so the light of the welder be cooking my shirt when it's on there. So I put a little bit extra of those softener beads in there, and you could just smell it burning off. It's probably not good for me, but I just smell it cooking the Downy out of my shirt.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, because if you wear like black, because the light it'll fade. The whole black T-shirt will have like a lighter black ring around it, where it's like it's
Yeah,
the sun. Yeah, it's wild.
yeah. I put too much detergent, so when I sweat, I get these white marks all over my wife beater.
Bro, my daughter hit me with the worst thing ever today, dude. So when I played baseball when I was younger, my coach had the big titties and the big belly. So when he sweat, it made like a Mickey Mouse, like
Happy
the ears
face.
up. Yeah, a happy face. Oh my gosh. So I had a tank top on. I was fucking around with the gutters out here. I was trying to get some downspouts on the gutters, and I come inside, and she goes, "Hey, Daddy, you got a smiley face. You made a
Oh.
smiley face." And I looked down. I said, "Oh," my wife just started laughing. I'm like, "This is horrible." She just hit me with the worst thing she could say to me, and she don't even know it.
That's hilarious. That's fucking
Man,
hilarious.
dad boobs and dad belly. That's hot pockets.
Oh, my son
Ah,
looks at me all the time, and like me and my son roast each other like consistently.
yeah,
It's a consistent roast that we have. Like he'll just look at me one day, and like if I have my head just freshly cut, because I'm
yeah.
bald, so and he'll come and he'll just like and just walk away. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, oh, I was just checking my reflection off your head, making sure I look good and everything. I'm about to go. I'm like, get the fuck out my face.
No way,
Yo,
bro.
bullshit, man. But then I'll catch him back with another way. It's always back and forth with me and him. His mother hates it.
Hey, dude, you should be him for Halloween, and he should be you. You should get him a bald head cap and be like, "Here, you can be
Well, he
bald."
had long hair and now he cut it, so he's almost me. He just needs to fill out the beard a little bit and get a little bit of gray hairs.
Oh my gosh, my daughter's still up roaming around. That's funny. Oh man, bro. So let's go back for a second. We got Eminem drops, in my opinion, his greatest album of all time, right?
I could agree with that.
Donald Trump gets an attempted assassination on him. And it's only what? July?
Mhm.
What's next, bro?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Does Eminem come with more music videos off of this album, you think?
I think M's gonna come out with a couple. I think M, if he were to do it, Fuel has to be one with JID. He has to do that with JID. I think
Yeah.
all the features should have a video for it. That's what I
You,
think.
you know what threw me off though? So he says, I gave hepatitis A to Skylar Gray,
Facts.
but then he's got Skylar Gray on a track with him, right?
She don't give a
So
fuck.
but that's what made me scratch my head. I'm like, okay, he called out a lot of different people on all these tracks. But is he really, that's the dope part about him, is he really meaning it in a negative way? He made me think like, damn, maybe he's
he
just
said
talking some
he
shit.
said he said a bar. He was like, you guys. He said it in this album. He's like, you guys take my shit too literal. Is the problem?
Yeah.
Stop taking my shit so literal. I'm just talking shit. I'm having fun. So that's why Skylar Gray is able to say, ha, whatever, and still be on the fucking track with him. That's why when they asked Nicki Minaj, how do you feel about what Eminem said about you in his song? She's like, I felt honored. It's Eminem. That's why when he talks shit about the majority of the people that he talks shit, because we only, if you really look at it away from everything. It's only a few people that get butthurt about Eminem saying their names.
Mhm.
If you really listen to all the names that Eminem says, only like 2 or 3 say something. All the rest of them are like, it's fucking Eminem. I
Right.
expect them to say something about me.
Right. Yeah,
So
MGK
it's
is the
like,
only one. I think Benzino and MGK are the only ones out of those songs that will probably respond to those songs.
I think MGK will. Benzino, if he knows what's good for him, I think he should just shut the fuck up. To be honest with you, he shouldn't say anything. He should
I
just shut
couldn't
up.
all that shit that happened a couple months ago was crazy, bro.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
I'm
yeah.
watching him on Stevie Night spinning circles. I didn't know. That was the craziest shit I'd never expect. Like that's what I'm saying. This reaction channel shit. There's a lot of us in here that have been around, and it's crazy to see we all kind of push each other away like a plague. And it's weird, dude. It is weird.
You know what's the dopest thing in the world, Kurt, is when Eminem dropped the album, I did the overnight shit, right? And I reacted to all the tracks, and I started looking through the comment section. There were people that were legitimately 100% crippled. They were like, best album in the world.
Yeah.
There was people that were transgender people, best album in the world. And it comforted me to know that there's still people out there that it doesn't matter what M said, they're not gonna take it to heart and start fucking and start being all fucking pansies and oh my feelings are hurt and oh my god he said this and it just warms my heart that there's people out there that are listening to the music for what it is and not fucking taking it personal.
I'll make you scratch your head to this because I've been thinking about this and it's cool we're talking about it. So
Let's take that battle rap shit off, bro. I need to see your eyes when you talk to me, brother.
Yeah, for real. So Eminem said some shit. So Eminem said some shit that a lot of people claim to be that one's better. Claim to be controversial, right? Like
Yeah.
political shit, whatever. Everybody was not everybody, but a lot of people took offense to it. I myself was kind of like, whatever. Should we be judging him on his political stance?
No.
50-50, whatever. Yeah, some will say yes, some will say no.
I would say no because, and let me put. I don't go to my mechanic for doctor advice.
Right.
Why the fuck would I go for my rapper for his political views? I don't care what he thinks about his political views. That's his political views. He has the right to think it. In order for this to be back the America that you're free to do or say and talk about your shit however you want and people are okay with it, it starts with the people that are talking about it. Like if you're gonna talk about your political views, feel free 110% to talk about it. Be ready for people to talk shit to you about what they believe in, but we don't know how to talk to it in a very, very polite manner. We don't know how to sit down and actually have a human conversation instead of a political. Oh, I'm red, I'm blue, and that's what it is. And at the end of the fucking day, you still need to go back to your 9 to 5, and you still need to go back to your 9 to 5. And what's going on in our country right now, we're all affected by it. So it doesn't matter about whose views is what. It matters about live your fucking life. You're the only one that's going to bring you your happiness. And it shouldn't matter who thinks a certain way that doesn't think the way you think. It shouldn't matter to nobody.
Well, do you think okay, so Eminem really didn't get too political. He talked about some of the issues. He touched on it a little bit.
He touched a little on it.
Do you think it belongs in hip hop? Because a lot of people will argue that that's what started hip hop was politics.
Right. Hold on. I'm sorry. British Bulldog said something. British Bulldog said something. Does he have the right to push it onto younger, easily influenced? Do the parents have the right to take care of their kids and make sure their kids are not listening to it? Because it has a parental advisory sticker on it. So parents need to start taking responsibility for their own shit. If you do not want your son or your daughter to listen to any of this shit or see what's going on, they have blocks for phones. You choose not to put it on there because they're running you. You're not running them. Block your kid's phone so he can't see none of that shit or she can't see none of that shit or hear any of that. That is your job as a parent to do so. Or explain it. Or sit down and have the time to explain it to somebody. This is what he means. This is music. This is an art form. This is just him just letting it all out. This is a form of just, stress-free environment just to release all your stress. And if you sit down and talk to your kid, then he'll be fine. So it shouldn't matter what anyone puts up on YouTube or on music, period. It shouldn't matter because if the parents do their job right, then it shouldn't matter.
Right.
People can put out whatever they want.
Right. Well, not
but we
only
don't live in
that,
that area.
not only that, remember what I told you? My mom used to get me all the music I wanted to listen to, but I couldn't go around other people and listen to it because my mom was being a parent and saying, "Look, I explained to you what this stuff means, but their parents don't believe in it, and if you listen to it around their kids, they're not that's what you're saying. If you don't want your kids to be around this shit, don't allow them to ingest it and don't allow them to spread it through the
even if you're driving down the street and then somebody comes next to you and they're blaring this crazy lyrics. How much is it going to take for somebody to roll up the window and say, "Hey baby, you know, that's just different type of music. You'll understand it when you get older. But, you know, I don't want you listening to that. You know, this is not good." And actually sit there and explain it to your child. It takes, 5 minutes? You don't really got to talk to a kid that much because that kid looks at you like you're God. So you only really have to say a couple of words to them. It is the parents' job to raise their kids. It's not Eminem's job to do it. It's not Trump's job to do it. It's not Upchurch's job to do it. It's not Kurt's. It's not Ray's. It's not nobody's job to raise their kids. It's your job.
Facts. Problem is, when you're watching a scary movie, what's the first thing you tell your kids?
Close your eyes.
It's not real. It's not.
Oh,
real.
It's not real. Yeah.
It's not real. So when you're listening to a bad song, oh, it's just a song. They don't really mean that. End of story. It shouldn't take all this. And you know what's crazy, bro? There's a lot of people that are so misinformed on rap anyway that they, like I said, they'll listen to Morgan Wallen and dance around to Little Durk. Meanwhile, Little Durk's making diss tracks to ops that have been killed in a rap beef in Jacksonville, bopping around, talking all that, and they're over there saying, "Go Little Durk, go," and they don't have no clue that they're promoting it on one side and saying they're against it on the other. So how can a parent even pretend to know what they're doing? Like you said, the kids run them. The kid probably knows who Little Durk is. The kid probably understands what he's about. But mom bumps Morgan Wallen and likes Little Durk because of it. So everybody's listening now. It's
my
wild,
son,
dude.
my kids, both my son and my daughter. I listen to hip hop throughout the house since they were babies. My wife listens to hip hop around the house since they were babies. My kid right now, my daughter, she doesn't really fuck with hip hop. She listens to more rock, metal, shit like that. My son is as big as a hip hop fan as I am. When I sit, the most favorite person that I have to talk to about rap is my son. Because his favorite rapper a couple of years ago was Nas. Right off rip. He loved Nas. And now he got into Eminem, and now he loves Eminem. And me and him could sit for hours talking about Eminem. You know what he told me when I was done? When I was done with the album, I walked in and he said, I was like, "Boy, that album," he went, "eh." That's what he told me.
That's wild.
He was like, to me, it sounded AI. To me, it didn't sound like Eminem. To me, it didn't sound real.
That's
or anything
old
like
Eminem.
That. And it's fine. That was his thing. I fumed. I was like, "Nigga, what?"
Yeah.
Fuck you. But I have to understand something. And after I calmed down, I got it. My wife said it perfectly better than I could. Because when I get flustered, I can't talk. And she comes out and she says, "Anthony, that's a generational thing. Eminem made this album for the stands from 97.
Yeah.
Eminem made the album for us. He didn't make the album for the Gen Zs. He made the album for us. That's why he didn't connect with it. That's why he didn't connect like he connected with the Slim Shady LP, which is one of his favorite albums.
Really?
And he connected with that. And then I'm just like, I guess it's because the way Eminem has been rapping, that this is a completely different type. And he didn't think that he could ever do that is what made his no, I'm good. I don't like that album. But he loves
because the generational that he knew that other one was old because that sounds to me more like old school Eminem than anything.
No, because there was a bar that Eminem said, and he said the F word instead of saying the word fag, and that's where he said nope. He's like, "You censored yourself." He's like, "No, that's not." He's like, "That's not Slim Shady. Slim Shady would have said fag throughout the whole entire fucking song."
Yeah, that's true.
And
He's got a point.
that one thing right there was what made my son said, "Nope,
That's
not
that's cool though.
it ain't
That's
it."
cool that he
But
ain't got hit with
at
he
the
ain't got hit with the
moment it's not. At the
pussification.
moment it wasn't cool for me because
Yeah,
I'm like, no, what the hell are you talking about? This man
yeah,
destroyed. But then after a while, after my wife said what she said and we talked about it, I was like, okay, I get it. That's your opinion. You don't fuck with. That's fine. You don't have to. If you don't fuck with an Eminem album, it's not like I'm gonna disown you.
right.
But it's just like I need to understand why the fuck you said that.
Yeah, like why?
And I guess
What?
I wasn't understanding what he was saying to me. But then he made that one comment after the fact, and I was like, oh, okay. Because he did not say the word. He said the F word instead of saying fag. But then I sit down, I'm like, you have to listen to it. Like Eminem is going to use every fucking word. So if he has to say that to make a bar work, he's going to say it that way to make a bar work.
Yeah, but he said it in other. I heard him say it in other tracks on there. I think there's another one that he says it a few times in there. So I think he was just using it. I think you're right. I think it was there was a meaning behind it. And I gotta go back and listen more and more and more because bro, stuff I heard before I didn't hear the same this time. And it's he is
I am so upset. I want to delete all my reactions to it, bro,
because
because
you heard it wrong.
I heard it again 3 more times, the full album,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, how
Uh-huh.
the fuck did a night not? But then I have to stop it. Like, stop being hard on yourself. This is your first listen. This is your first fucking listen. So I was not gonna catch anything. The excitement alone was fucking me up. So I was just like, man, it is what it is. It's fine. But it was like more hidden shit in there that I didn't catch the first time.
That's the point of being a rapper though. I think that is the hidden spot that a lot of people it's so fast paced now cuz you could drop them every minute, every day, every hour that art of putting bars that take 3 or 4 listens to catch is going away. That's why I asked you about that slam poetry shit when he's like what he said he emphasized the bar multiple times cuz it's
Right.
like nowadays everything goes there's artists, bro. You know who Hard Target is? Hard Target is one of the better lyricists, in my opinion, that nobody knows about. And he makes all types of rap. He makes singing. He makes like country rap, country rock, whatever. Him and Simple Man both, they have such deep meaning in their songs that people listen to it and they're like, oh, yeah, cool song. But they never really hear what they were talking about. Samson's another good example. I don't think people truly understand what he's talking about,
And
even
that's the
after they,
thing. And it's because it's something that is not
it's
that
not meant to
it
be
can't just
known right
happen.
away.
It's
Right.
yeah, it's not
Yes.
meant to be known right away.
Yep.
And it's also how you were raised listening to it. Because if you were raised in an area like me and you, you were born and raised in Florida. I was
Right.
born and raised in New York. Those are
Right.
two completely different. Like you said it yourself, you barely even heard rap
Right.
when you were up there. But I was hearing rap since I was a kid, since I was a baby.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
knew
So
what
it's
rap
gonna hit
was.
different. It's gonna
So it's
hit.
gonna always hit different. So I always have to put it in perspective. You mainly when I talk to people like in the comments or whatever, is that they weren't raised the way I was raised listening to music. My ear is different than your ear. And my
Right.
wife pointed it out also because I said, hey, that beat that Eminem did in Habit, I think it was Matt. It's kind of like the same beat from the Snoop Dogg and M track that they did recently.
Okay.
The beat sounds similar, and my wife and my son is like, we don't hear it. That sounds two completely different beat, but I heard it. And then
Yeah.
my
Your
wife,
riff, something similar.
yeah,
A riff somewhere
something
in there.
similar, yeah.
Yeah.
And then my wife was like, babe, you know what it is? It is that your ears are different. Your ears work different. You hear it way different the way I hear it. So if
Right.
Eminem says a bar, I'm going to take it one way. My wife took it another way.
Well,
And
you're
then it kind
listening
of,
for pockets. You're probably listening for pockets in the beat. You're listening for different you're finding the sound. She's only listening to the sound, if that makes sense.
she's only listening to the music. She's
Yeah.
not, there's a lot of people out there that just like to hear it background. They're not really focusing on words. They're not focusing on lyrics. They're not really focusing on the structure of the verse. They're listening to just the tone, the cadence, and the beat. Whatever makes their ears pleasant, that's what they're gonna hear. They don't give a fuck what they're saying. They're just hearing the music because just the way they love the way it makes them feel. And I have to, and that's my wife is one of those people that yet now recent since I've been doing this, she's into like the bars more now, and like me and her talk about it a lot. But before it was like she's just vibing with it. It's just music to vibe with. Not necessarily this is a meaning. This hit me a certain way, but now she's seeing it that way. Now she sees it like, oh, like she's a big, huge Upchurch fan. My wife is like, we were in the car ride yesterday. She made me play, not make me, but she told me to play 8 songs of Upchurch back to back. And I'm like, I need to memorize this album, babe. Let me listen to an Eminem song first, and then and she was like, all right, go. And then it'll just play. And I'm just like, I need to memorize these lyrics. I need to memorize these bars because I want to sing along with them. I have a routine that I do when M drops. And I've been doing this since the Slim Shady LP. He drops a track. I listen to it first time. Then I sit down and I go to Genius. Well, not before, no. The booklets, remember the booklets had the lyrics on them on the CDs?
Yeah, on the
so albums, I just sit there and I used to read all the lyrics while the song is playing. And then I hear it, the full album 3-4 times. And then I can memorize everything. I've been doing this shit for 20 years.
Yeah, since you were young, and
so
I remember those days.
When somebody cuts me off from doing that, irritates the shit out of me. But she is like the hugest Upchurch fan that I've ever seen in my life. And cool. I'm just like, and when we went to the concert and she was like out of it. She was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm fucking here to meet
that's her Eminem. That's her Eminem. Man.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, but it's a beautiful thing. Like Upchurch, much respect for Upchurch. The way he treated me when I went down there, the way you treated me when I went down there, and everything. It was a beautiful fucking thing. I felt like I was literally at home with family. Like you guys made me feel so welcomed and wanted, and I was just like, I didn't know how to react to it because 2 years ago nobody knew who the fuck I was.
That's awesome, bro.
But that feeling, like I owe Upchurch a lot. I owe you guys so much.
Hey man, no, that's family, bro. That's hip hop. Like that's why I feel like he's like a Mac Miller, like an Eminem. Like people are gonna give me hell for saying that, but he's creating an area of fans that are okay with themselves, that are okay with having their own opinions. Like he's building and strengthening a genre of hip hop that needs to continue on. Like NWA and all those old school rap hip, like that's what this shit is right now. It's just a different setting.
Different style.
It's a different setting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know how many times that there's probably been somebody that's never got in trouble that got cuffed up for doing something wrong and got slammed up against a cop car unjustly and goes, man, I understand what NWA was talking about now. Even though they never lived a ghetto, they were speeding and their tags were bad. And
that could happen to them. That could happen to them. And then they get in the car and put the radio. And for some reason, an NWA song comes on and they're like, wow, now I know. Now I can figure it out.
And that's why when I found church through recovery and shit, and I'm like, yo, this dude's talking about like hardships in life, hardships with family, living with family, understanding your family, understanding your friends, understanding your people. Like that's what I'm focused on as a dad, as an older man. I'm not focused on all the other bullshit.
You hit it right on the nose. You hit it right on the nose right there. You hit it right on the nose. And that's the same reason why I fuck with Upchurch and why I put Upchurch in a higher regards than a lot of fucking people. Because when I listen to Upchurch's music, especially his country, his singing,
right,
I could feel every word he says when he says it.
Fact.
I understand it. There's certain things that he talks about that I lived, that I felt, that I know what it is. And that's why I fuck with Upchurch so much, because he gives me that in music. He gives me that. And not only that, but there's a lot of life lessons in the midst of his music that, especially for people like us that we're in recovery,
right,
it hits harder.
Hell yeah.
So somebody might hear it and say, oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
But when I hear it, I'm in tears. And I'm just like, because he tapped into a feeling that I didn't feel like being tapped into right now. And that's what's important to me about when I listen to music. It's an artist tapping into my feelings so I can feel what they're saying, so I can feel the music the way it was attended and it was written. I'm not here just to, I don't listen to music just to, oh, that was a great song, cool, bye, and that's it. No, I'm here to live your life through your music, to understand, to have that connection between a man and a man, to understand the connection, to understand that I'm not the only one out here struggling, and I'm not the only one out here that is feeling this certain fucking way.
Right.
That's what I look for in music. If you're going to come at me with saying ABC 1, 2, 3, I don't want to hear your shit. Get the fuck out my face. You're not saying nothing
This
to me.
out. Well, check this out. I've told him this before, and I mean this. Alcoholic shrink. I've never known Ryan to be an alcoholic, right? Alcoholic shrink keeps me sober, keeps me from drinking, because he talks about in that song how the only person that stops you from drinking is yourself. Boom. That's it. And you wouldn't think that a song that's for him talking about his power over alcohol, that he sees all this shit on the TV and he knows better to do it because it's going to ruin his life. Here I am, a person that ruined my life, and I'm like, oh shit, he's got the way to do it, and he's got a song about it.
But that's what the beauty part about that is. You found something that you didn't think you were going to find. You found a connection, or you found a connection between you and another man that you didn't think you were ever going to have that type of close of a connection off of just music,
right?
Off of just bars and lyrics and a beat. And that's what I think that's what it is. Something so simple can have so much of an effect on me.
That's rap.
And that's what and that the rap.
That's rap.
And it's just that's rap. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It makes you feel that way, and that's why I call them poets. That's why I call them the street poets and shit like that, because these dudes live a life like me and Upchurch have nothing in common. I can tell you that right now. I'm a city boy. He's a country boy. That's obvious. But I don't need to have anything in common to love that man from the bottom of my heart. I love that dude.
Right.
Just because what he did, and not only that, his fan base and how they help me with what I'm doing and the love that he shows. It's amazing. Bro. It's amazing. And me starting this YouTube shit, bro, I didn't think I was ever gonna get to a certain point where I'm gonna meet artists or have artists talk about me or anything like that. And then when it happens, it's like more of a, you notice I don't post, oh shit, Upchurch posted me. No, I don't post nothing. Because why am I doing that? I'm taking his fame and I'm taking his power and I'm trying to abuse it to gain something out of it.
I don't even think you posted your picture, did you? You took a picture. I don't think
I did a video, a little video montage of me, T2.
But you never posted like a picture, just of I never.
No. Because why?
You were cool as a cucumber, just sprawled out on the couch, dog. You were just like, here I am.
I was high as shit. The first thing Ryan gave me when I walked in was a joint.
I know.
He went ahead. He was like, hold that down for later.
You smoked it in that studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought so. You had that other one. You left with one. We smoked a couple. You had that.
We smoked a couple, and I left with that one. And I was like, I'm gonna smoke the Upchurch blunt when I go live tomorrow.
Bro, it hits different, don't it? I wonder if that's the same. I wonder if that's the element jar. There was, I bet you.
Bro, I was high the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up high, and I'm just like, what the fuck did he give me? Like, this shit was crazy. I started coming down from the high when I was in the studio about to go live, and I lit up the other blunt.
Well, I was like, oh, we got Florida Medical. I ain't got no big deal. This is nothing to me. And I smoked it. I'm like,
oh, my God.
Shit. Never.
It was good, though. It was fucking good, though.
Yeah, it was. It's got a different, and I think the nostalgia, or I don't think that'd be the word to say it, but just like the feeling, knowing like I'm Rolling Stone with the Rolling Stone, like that's pretty dope.
That's fucking amazing, bro. That's fucking. I told you, I'm not a nervous type of dude.
Yeah,
I'm not. Like normally, I'm not. I could talk to a complete stranger for 3 hours if you let me. But I don't know what it was. I think it's because of the connection that I had with him that I was in so much awe of Upchurch, because of the connection that I built with him within the last year and a half, 2 years that I've been listening to his music and really diving into his shit and stuff like that. And it was amazing. It was an amazing time the whole fucking time, bro.
That's the
Amazing.
power of music, bro. That's what I'm saying. That, and you know what? I noticed something over the last 2 years. In 2022, in the Nashville show, people were just jumping and vibing. They didn't care what other people were doing. They weren't so focused on what other people thought about them. More recently, in the last year, I've noticed a lot of people are afraid to dance. They're afraid to sing. They're afraid to do any type of movement. Like, you ain't got to dance, but you can bop your head and you could jam out. They're It's like, bro, what are you here for? You here to just watch? You could go on a YouTube video and watch the songs in your living room. Like, it's
Right,
just
right.
really confusing to me how we are in such a time when music means everything, but nobody actually uses it to its, like, bro, music can change your life. Like, really, it can get people out of the worst, but it can also put you in the worst depressions. It can,
It
it's
can.
it's a powerful tool that I don't think is used the way it should be used anymore.
It's not. And the reason why is because we gave the keys to people that are not the people that don't have the license to drive this vehicle that we call hip hop. We gave the
I
keys to
agree.
people that don't know how to steer, don't know how to brake, and don't know how to go. We have people that the easy way is the best way. Let me just sign for somebody. Let me follow what they want me to do, and then I'll be the richest man in the world in your mind. They get these kids that are pretty much in the ghetto their whole entire life, and you show them a fucking $10 million check. What do you fucking think he's gonna do? He's
Yeah,
gonna
but what
sign
do
with that
you
fucking album.
Yeah, but how can okay, so that I'm glad you brought that point up. So what do you do? Because you got, like, people say Jelly's got the best contract in the history of music. How do you know that? How do you get an understanding of what a best contract is when you don't know? So you have a lot
The
of
best
artists you have a lot of artists that are like, "Hey, Jelly did it." How do you so they're going to sign for $1 million and they're going to write all their masters away because they think they can do it too, but they don't have an
because they're
understanding of how to do it.
because they're in a state of fight or flight. These some of these dudes that sign for a record label, they're fight
Money.
or flight mode. They
Yeah.
have no other option or no other choice. Why? And why will they do it? Because it's the easiest way. They don't want to put in the work the way these independent artists put in the work, and they're going to get their family out of whatever poverty they're in.
Do you
That's all
think
they're thinking about.
okay, so what are your thoughts on, like, these independent artists that are getting bigger and they're talking about starting these record labels as an independent artist and not
If they run it
focusing?
the right way, if they
Yeah,
run it the right way and make right contracts. Look, a contract when you're a rapper and you're going to a when you're going to do any deal with a record label as a rapper, the best contract is what's benefiting you the most.
right.
What's going to
Your
benefit you,
family.
not what's going to benefit them. What's going to benefit you? You have to get a lawyer that knows how to read one of those fucking things, and you have to sit down and don't sign until every single word in that contract is explained to you to the sense of where you understand what you're getting. Most of these guys don't get a lawyer. They just okay, cool.
Well, look
Where's the
at L,
check?
didn't LL Cool J sign a contract for 22 albums and he just finally dropped his last album under that contract?
Last album. Last
Yeah.
album.
And he made like $2 million for that. It was something ridiculous, but at
It's
the time
crazy.
he got
At
a
the time,
crazy
2
sign-on
million was
bonus. Yeah, and he got a
crazy sign on
crazy
bonus.
yeah. So he's like, "Sure, yeah, here you
He
go."
bought
And
20 Kangos with that money, bro.
that's wild, dude. That's wild, bro. That's what I'm saying. I think you know what the benefit of all this shit I think could be is more artists that want to teach the next one. Like, I think that Easy Mill Eminem shit might be really beneficial to hip hop.
Absolutely.
And I hope that it grows bigger than just that. I don't know how many more people he's got under his wing, but I think that's important. I think if Jelly was smart, Jelly would take what he's got now that he's got been to Mount Rushmore and start pulling up some of these other guys and trying to get them not mainstream, but get them big enough in the independent scene to make a dent in something.
Right.
Because
That's
this shit
absolutely a fact.
this shit you can't get the keys away from nobody with just a couple guys up there. It needs to be a lot of people making a push to change something, dude. There shouldn't be any record labels. It should be your music on the fucking internet, and if it goes, it goes. That's what
That's a
it should
fact.
be.
That's a fact. But realistic in real life, these corporations know that all they have to do is throw a little bit more money at them,
Hmm.
and they'll sit like good dogs that they are. and they will do it.
Yeah, but
That's why I
just to
think
shelf them.
just to shelf them, they're gonna suck the blood out of them, get everything that they can out of them, and then shelf them.
Yeah,
And then
that
who's the
makes
next?
sense.
Who's the
Yeah,
next? Bring the next one
yeah.
on,
Like a
and then
dog
they'll make
kennel.
them a star. Because all the industry is promo. That's the only
Yeah.
reason why people want to go in there, to get known, to get seen. Unfortunately, these people got the money to do the best promo in the world,
Yeah,
and they
that's
know that,
facts.
and they know that they do.
They're running
So,
them like puppy mills, bro. You're right. They're just running them
I
until
mean,
they
if
can't use them
anybody
no
needs
more.
to go ask. I'm guaranteed. Go ask Upchurch. See how difficult it is to be independent and be that much of a star.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's not easy doing that type of work, and that's what scares some of these guys. And there's some talented dudes that are signed that I'm like, I kind of wish they did it. I kind of wish they did it, like Easy Mel. I kind of wish Easy Mel did not sign with Eminem, because I love Eminem to death. Eminem is a shitty album owner, record label owner.
Record label owner, right?
Who did Eminem have besides 50 Cent that blew up?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Nobody.
Think, yeah.
Easy Mel has some type of talent that if Easy Mel would have stayed in the independent scene, he would have blown up by himself. He could have done it. It just would have taken a little bit longer.
Like
having an Eminem cosign is still an Eminem cosign. That right there alone helped his career more than what it already was. Because Easy Mel already had millions of subscribers and shit.
So would you say Tech Nine would definitely be the independent GOAT? Would you say that stuff he's doing with Strange Music would be a bigger impact than what Eminem's doing with the Easy Mill shit?
It should be a bigger impact. I think Tech Nine should be the poster boy of the independent scene. I think Tech Nine should be the main dude to be taking these independent artists, and he does, because he'll feature in some of these independent artists' shit. He'll feature in a lot of these independent artists' shit. So Tech Nine is the GOAT on this independent shit, in my opinion, because he's been doing it longer and he got it down packed right. He did it the right way. And that's Upchurch, another one, independent. He did it the right way. Tom McDonald, another independent. He did it the way he did it to get where he needed to get to. If these guys are all working for themselves, these guys are pushing every single second of your life has to go with you trying to make this money to provide for your family and provide for yourself.
See, that's where, but see, like the Tom shit, I can agree to an extent, but I can disagree. I feel like I just don't agree with the way he's got there. I think that he could have done it a lot differently and been just as successful without the way he did. I don't like that he locks all his music behind a paywall. I think not all of it, but majority of the music that ain't political is locked behind a paywall. If you don't buy it, you're not going to hear it. And I think that's kind of shitty. I wish he wouldn't reach so hard sometimes. And then I think the music would make it would when you know his background, that he was a wrestler and he comes from another country, it's just too much sometimes. And I feel like that's why I have such a bad taste in my mouth on where he's at, I guess.
Right. No, that's respectable. I mean, that's it is what it is. The way I see it is, like I was telling you earlier, I focus mainly on these artists, on their talent and what message they're trying to put out. Right. So if I agree with an artist's message, the way you're doing it, the way you're making your money, that is your issue. That is not mine. You're right. It is what it is at that point. It's a business. We all have to understand that these guys have to do it. It's just that he took a different way of doing it. Do I agree with the way he does it? No, absolutely not. I don't agree with the way he does it.
Yeah, but you agree with the message.
I agree with some of the message that he does put out there to people. There's some things that I don't agree, just like there's some things that I don't agree what Upchurch says, just like there's some things that I don't agree what Adam says. That doesn't mean that crucify him, get him the fuck out of here. It just means I just don't agree with you on something. Yeah, I take it as literal as possible, bro. I don't try to overthink anything, and I just try to smooth it out. Now, when Tom comes out with a song, there's a couple of songs that I've Tom that I reacted to that I was just like, it was okay, but it kind of sounded like the last one he did. So I'm just like, it's okay. But then he'll come up with something and I'm like, oh, I didn't see it in that way. Oh, I've never thought about it in that way. Okay, I could see it in that way, and it'll change my mind on something that I probably felt real strong about a year ago.
Right.
So that's what I look for. I look for change my mind. Help me out to understand this. Give me your view on things to see maybe me and you think the same way. And if we don't, it's fine.
Yep.
I don't care if you don't believe, if you don't like that I say that Eminem is my favorite rapper. I don't care that you don't like it.
People hate
I respect
that.
I respect that your favorite rapper is somebody else. I respect that. Okay, cool. I could understand why you like them. I could understand why you put him in number one.
You're gonna say it more because people try to get you to not say it. I get what you're saying. Like, it's all about perception too. Because you said something earlier that caught my interest. Remember when we only had a pamphlet? Remember when if you wanted to know something about an artist, you got it in that pamphlet. That's all you got. So if you take away all this internet shit, you don't know about T-shirt sales. You don't know about where they.
You don't know how they're making their money, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with the artists. They need to stop talking about their financial shit online. They have to stop talking about that shit that has nothing to do with what you're doing. Cool, I'll buy your album. You're an artist, I'm a consumer. The way it's always worked is you put out music, I pay my money to buy your music. That's how it worked.
Period.
It's no different now how they're doing it. It's just that they're using different avenues to get the money. But if you break it down to the most simplest form that you can, you're a consumer paying money to buy music. That's all you're doing.
Facts.
So
Your
the way they
opinion
do
really
it or
don't
how
matter.
they do it, it doesn't fucking matter. He's still gonna get the money. He still has however million followers he has, and he has followers that are gonna ride with him, and he's still gonna make his money whether people like the way he did it or not. I don't agree with it, like you. I don't agree with that at all.
Right.
But that's how he does it.
That's
And it is why I
that,
can't do nothing
that's
about
a
it.
message. Yeah, I get it. That's kind of where I've come to, because you can put all this shit and try to step around who you listen to based off of their political stances and shit, but at the end of the day, bro, we used to not talk about that. We used to not worry about somebody's religion, their political stand. Like, you didn't care. It didn't factor into whether you fucked with them or not. You know what I'm saying? If I like the Packers and you like the Cowboys, most of the time we were usually friends because we wanted to pick at each other because we like different shit.
Absolutely, because it was fun too.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. We didn't have internet, so we had to fucking roast each other and talk shit.
Exactly. Now everybody wants to be fans of the same thing so that nobody can pick on one another and they're all just liking the same shit. It's weird. It's a herd
weird
mentality.
as fuck, bro. It's weird as fuck.
That's why I don't want to live Florida, dog. Florida is not like that for the most part. We're all different around this mug. You go
there's
up
so
into
many
Tennessee.
different.
I
went
to South Carolina.
I went to Arkansas, and yeah, it's way different. It is way different.
I went to North Carolina thinking it was gonna be not what it was, dude. That's Biden country. I mean, I could not believe where I was at. I was scratching my head. I seen country, I seen ghetto, I seen transgenders, I seen more things than I've ever seen in one area. And it was kind of cool, but you could tell the tension, bro. Like, you could tell that there was people constantly in tension just because they were different around one another. And it was kind of weird to be around. Like, I don't experience that being growing up in the ghettos, dude. I'll be real with you. That's one thing I thank my mother for all the time, bro. Like, thank you for letting me get out of the suburbs and get out of the nice neighborhoods and roam through the ghettos and understand difference. Because now, I'll fit it. Drop me in Memphis, Tennessee, anywhere. Go ahead.
You'll be good.
I'm Gucci.
You'll be good.
Hey, what's up, bro? I'm good over here. Hey, how are you doing? No problem.
And that's just what it is. Look, I've met a lot of people. I've been living in Florida for going on 18 years, and I've met so much people. Like, New York is diverse like a bitch. There's all types of people in New York, but New York is a lot more attitude, more tension, more. It's not as free. Yeah, fast paced. Like, get out of my face. I gotta go.
Yeah. I gotta
get shit done. I gotta make money. It's money moves. Everybody that's walking around, you'll see them. They'll be running by you. You'll be like, what's going on? I'll talk to you later. It's a money move. We're making money moves. We don't got time to be sitting here talking shit.
Yeah.
When I came to Florida, everything just went.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, because I'm in New York mode.
Yeah.
And I went to a mall. I went to the Citrus Park Mall. My first time going. My boy Maurice takes me. And I'm wearing, I'm dressing New York style. I'm matching head to toe. wearing my hat, doing what I do.
Yeah.
He comes, picks me up. He's wearing flip-flops, short pants, a fishing shirt, and a fishing hat that is all fucking bit up. And I looked at him and I was like, and I go talk to him and I'm like, yo, you gonna go home and change?
No.
And he was like, change for what? And I was like, we're going to the mall, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you're going to the mall like that? And he was like, why the fuck not? You're like, why do you look like you're going to a fucking club?
That's great.
And it was like, and that kind of like threw me off. And I'm like, never in a million years would I walk out my house like that. Never. Are you crazy? That's blasphemy in New York. You'll be roasted every block you go.
It's so funny you say that. I got a friend I used to work with. We took him to, there's a demolition derby at the Hernando County Fairgrounds. We're like, hey, bro, come out with us. He's from New York. He's from Staten Island. And this dude, he's in all white. He's in an all white fit, white Air Forces, white pants, white t-shirt, his glasses on, posted up, leaning. He's looking. We all got tank tops on, bathing suits and shit. And he's like, they're calling him, they were calling him the snowman. Some guy walked by and said, hey, I know what you are. You're the snowman. That's how he dressed, bro. We sat through the sweat and the heat. He's trying to keep his grease in his hair. He looks straight out of the mob, bro. That's how I think of New Yorkers. All y'all are mobsters, dog. Every one of you. Walking through the mall.
Style. It's a style thing, though. It's a style thing. The way I see it is
dress to impress. Yeah.
Pretty much. You represent yourself everywhere you go.
That's a hood thing, bro. That's a hood thing. That's a hood. I remember getting up on Sundays and just getting dressed and riding around in the hood, just listening to all the R&B, all the hood gospel. Like we would go and sit on the block in clean clothes. Like we were fitted up, no creases in our shirts, just to stand out there. Like, so I think people that don't have much take pride in how they look. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I think the more wealthy you are, the less you really give a fuck about how you look. You're more, and I've
like I would say
that.
now after being here 18 years, I still if I'm going out, I do still have to match everything. I still have to look at least decent enough to be outside.
I feel that. Hats, I got. Well, you know what I mean, and they keep going. What color you need? Like I feel you. Shoes.
Which one you want? We could trade because I got 3 shelves full of hats over here, and then I got 4 more in the garage. So whatever you need a hat. The only problem is if they're all Yankees. So that's the only problem.
You guys just had different style in New York. Like we were K-Swiss. You guys were Nike. Yeah, I'm sure you had the Air Force. We had Reebok Classics. I still wear Reebok Classics. I love me some classics, white ones or black ones. You know, it's just a different.
We had Timbs.
Yeah, you had Timbs. We couldn't get away with wearing Timbs here. They would be stinky in a day. You'd all have athlete's feet. It's too hot. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny that you say that. So I come down here and I got my pair of Timbs. They're black suede Timbs. So my man tells me, yo, we're about to go to play pool. You want to come with us? And I was like, oh, hell yeah. So in my mind, we going out. So I gotta get it all out. So I got my black suedes with my blue with the white in the front. So faded. I got the black shirt with the button down with the polo, with the white polo. I got my black and white fitted cap, and I got my gold chains, and I'm styling. And I'm going in that motherfucker styling. The minute I walked out the house, I was like, I'm fucking changing. This shit is hot. Dude, my feet were fucking burning, bro.
Sweat.
They were burning.
Yeah.
Bro, I took off the fucking shoe. My sock, I could have wringed water out the bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, I am not going to be here.
Bro.
I'm not going to be out there for 4 hours playing pool, squishing my Timbs throughout the whole place because I'm full of water. I'm like, hell no.
I learned that real quick. Remember Lugs? When Lugs first dropped?
Yeah.
Bro, when Lugs first dropped, all us Floridians thought we should rock some Lugs. Oh, when you go inside anybody's house, the Lugs were,
wow. Really? You know what's crazy about you saying that? Then this is going to show you the difference of how culturally all these states are so different from each other.
Okay.
To us in Brooklyn, in New York, Lugs was the joke of the town. Lugs were like, they're like, the fuck out of here. Why am I going to wear Lugs when I got Timbs? Like,
Yeah,
get the
no.
fuck, get that shit out of my face. So
Uh-uh.
we thought the lugs were trash.
Yeah.
They were like, what the no, we're not wearing that shit. You'll have a couple of them that'll buy them and wear them. But
They were closer to tennis shoes, so they were a little bit cooler. Tim's were just too hot. They were so hot. They were like you said, it was walking in a puddle. So at least the lugs were close enough you could go to the movies on a Friday night and have some lugs and at
see,
least
but
not
in
be too bad.
New York, Tim's was just right for that snow because
Yeah.
that shit gets cold, bro,
Right.
out
Yeah.
there. And when if you got Tim's and 2 pairs of socks on, you won't even feel the cold in your feet. You'll
Nah,
be
see,
fine.
I couldn't do it. You could go back to that snow?
Absolutely, I love the cold.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I love
No
the
way.
fucking cold. I keep my house 69
Yeah,
all the time.
we're 70, but still, dude, that's cold. If I got snow piling up on my fucking feet and I gotta wear 2 pairs of socks, it takes me long enough to put a t-shirt on and some pants and shit. I would be screwed going out of the house. I'd be late for work every day if that was the case.
Oh, that's why you put the sock inside of the other sock and have it ready for the morning.
Fuck that. Hey, dude, when it gets cold here, I get hand warmers. I got hand warmers in my jacket. I got put fucking hand warmers in my arms. I'm not playing. I'll go turn the car on the hottest heat.
And I'm not
let
gonna
it
lie,
sit.
yo, down here does get cold, but it's a different type of cold.
Yeah,
It's a different type of cold that gets down here. Over here, it's more of a crisp cold.
Yeah. Like a
New
wet-
York, yeah, New York is more of a like this shit hurts. I want to go
Dry.
inside.
dry
It's a
you out
dry.
instantly.
It
Yeah.
dries your cheeks, your lips, your nose, everything, bro. Your eyes. Look? I came out of school one day. I think it was 10 below,
Mm.
and I came out of school. The wind is blowing. That my tears are freezing on
Nah,
the
fuck
side of
that.
me.
Fuck that.
And I'm just like, oh my God. And then I've always wanted to be in the warm. I like, fuck this cold shit until I got to Florida. This heat is no joke.
No,
This
it
is
ain't.
not a drill.
No,
The
it's
humidity
bad.
out here. I opened the door and I inhaled heat. Have you ever inhaled heat and died
Oh yeah.
for like 2
Oh,
seconds?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bro,
Oh
I'm a
my
welder
God.
outside. I'll be outside tomorrow just welding away. I know.
I
My
give
wife,
you props, bro. I give you nothing but props.
my wife begs me to get out of this heat. She's like, please just let's go north a little bit and get out of this. I'm like, I just can't get away from the water, bro. We don't have no good
I
beaches.
love
We
the
got
water.
rivers and shit, but I, Clearwater Beach, I grew up on that shit. That
Honeymoon
sandy
Island.
beach. Yeah,
Honeymoon
that's
Island
true.
is gorgeous.
Yeah, you're right. But man, I guess they ain't beachgoers though. It's so hard to drag some people that don't like the beach to the beach.
I
That's
don't.
hard.
I hate the beach. My wife and my kids, I think their pastime, they were fishes. They if you let them stay in the water all day, they'll stay in They love it, bro.
The
They love
river's
me.
good. Yeah.
I'm like, no. If I go to the beach, it's gonna fuck up my sneakers because of the sand.
That's
I
why
can't
it's
do that.
funny. That's why that canoe shit was extra fun. Because without you telling me that, I could already, I would know that about you. Without you saying that, I'm like, yeah, he ain't the one that's one. He'll probably go in the canoe to entertain it, but he ain't the one to be out here canoeing the fucking river. So when I'm listening to this in the car, I'm almost wrecking the car. I'm laughing my ass off. I'm like, I can just picture you freaking You probably had your shoes with you, thinking I ain't gonna be that bad. So now you're
Bro,
focused
my
on trying to
Crocs
sit-
fell out my fucking feet when I fell, bro. My Crocs just came the fuck off my feet. That's why I saw my toes wiggle like a fucking turtle, bro. That was the most embarrassing and funniest shit that's ever happened to me in my life.
I'll get out and grab the fucking canoe, and that's how I flipped it, bro. So my wife, I was pulling it, so I didn't have to sit in the fucking thing and oar away. I was out in the water just pulling the canoe around doing my thing, and I told her it's good, I can touch here. She said, I'm telling you, you're gonna flip the fucking canoe. I said, I'm fine. I'm swimming from side to side, moving it around, and I got to a spot where I couldn't touch anymore. I'm like, all right, I
Oh
gotta get in.
shit.
And I grabbed the side to go to, and I fucking boom.
And you oh my god.
Yeah. Yep. And the phone went right to the bottom. We didn't know. Some lady helped. And then it's heavy as fuck, full of water. So some guy helped me pick it up and flip it over and dump all the water out. And I think that's when I dumped the phone out. And we just kept on canoeing. So I feel your pain. But
I'm gonna give you information that I wasn't gonna give you, but I have to tell you the ending of that story. All you heard was that I flipped over.
Yeah.
So and then I got fiberglass in my ass on my
Yeah,
cleavage butt.
Yeah. That was
So-
great, bro. The cleavage butt shit was hilarious because that is a perfect explanation of what was showing.
That's exactly what was shown.
Perfect. Plumber's
And-
crack.
My daughter, like I said, my daughter is a fish.
Mm.
So she comes and gets me with her paddleboard, takes the rope from the canoe, ties it around her waist, and paddles me back to the front. And I'm just sitting there like,
Hey, that's fine, bro. Dad moves, dog. That's why you're a dad.
and then
That's
the
perfect.
guys on the side, they were like, how'd you manage to have that happen? I was like, I broke my fucking back falling on this shit, man.
Hey, that you'll never forget that canoe
Never
experience.
gonna
It
forget
has to go like that.
And the
It
crazy
has
part
to.
is if when my wife tells me, hey babe, we're gonna go let's go, I'll do it again. I'm not gonna let that one thing fucking stop, even though it
I
was
think they're
embarrassing as
wrong.
shit.
But I think they're wrong for not telling you about water moccasins because I wouldn't care. An alligator hit that bitch with a quick elbow and he's out of there. Those water moccasins, bro, I promise you, this thing was
No,
swimming at us.
they've mentioned water
Oh,
moccasins from
nah.
time to time, but I've never paid mind to it because in my mind I was never gonna go do that. So I never paid mind, but they've always mentioned the water moccasins. And
Yeah,
in
fuck
in that area, I literally look, listen how it was. This is the area that I was, bro. There was
The nook.
a big, huge ass tree here, and then land over here, and a little stream. That's where that shit got caught, and I fucking fell on my ass, dude. I thought I was gonna die. I was not gonna make it out of there, bro. Not by myself, I wasn't.
It sounds like you were in a tight river, like a Weeki River or something, where but you couldn't go either way. You got out in an opening and thought you were all right, and got around the corner, and that corner kept going, and you said I wanted to go that way. It said nope, and you went
And
right to
and
your
it
nook.
took me over
Hey,
there, and then
I know
raining
that
and
feeling.
windy, and
Yeah.
it was fine going over
You were
there.
going back. You were going back to where you were coming from.
Yeah, we were going back.
Yeah,
So we
yeah, that's
we
the
were
worst
sitting, we
part.
were hanging out, we were chilling in the little area where everyone was at. We were eating lunch, listening to music. They were playing Upchurch in the back like crazy,
Jamming
and
out, yeah.
and having a great time.
Yeah.
And then it started raining, wind. We gotta go. And then we were chilling because my wife said, until I hear lightning, I'm not going nowhere.
Right.
Let's
yeah.
see if it passes. So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. So we're sitting there, raining on us, and I'm already uncomfortable. I'm already like, fuck's going on with this rain? Y'all acting like it's not raining on you, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's
like
pouring.
this is
They're
normal.
just talking
Am I-
and it's fucking.
yeah. And then my daughter's like, Dad, you're in water. The fuck does it does? What makes the difference? And I was like, shut up. Anyway,
That was
and
that
then-
New
and
York
then-
shit kicking in.
Right. And then it started. Then we heard, bang. My wife's like, gotta go. And then
Yeah.
I hear it, and I'm like, my wife and my daughter are already gone. I was like, I'm gonna be stuck by myself. I'm like, I've never done this shit before. So that's what made me. I was so rushing to get out of there that I did it all types of wrong, and I fucked up in every way possible.
You were paddling on the wrong side, and you should have been over here, and you're spinning. I can see you just spinning along the river.
Fucking rough. But it was an experience, and that's why I went to get an experience, and I got
Hey,
one.
rent yourself one of those little boats, bro, just with the little 5 horsepower motor.
The next time we go, because we go around where we're at. So
Yeah.
next time we go, they do have rentals there and shit like that. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
rent one. I'm not dealing with the one that we got because it's the canoe that we got. My daughter found it, she refurbished it, she rebuilt it up, and we're using it. So the seat broke when I sat on it.
Yeah, just
So I'm
rent
sitting
a
on
canoe
my-
with a motor, bro.
So I'm just gonna rent one next time we go. It's $50.
Yeah.
It's not crazy. So I'm just like, fuck
Uh-uh.
it, man. I'm not doing this shit again.
No, and the motor, if it's the one I'm thinking about, they got little motors on them. You don't have to paddle. You could just cruise past everybody while they're all.
I saw one dude using it, and he looked very, very pleased with the money that he spent. He was
you put your cooler up there with your little food in there, get everybody
And
else on
just-
their paddle boards, and you just.
and just have fun and just chill, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
do
is
that. I'm
fun.
absolutely gonna do that next time. My daughter, and another thing is, my daughter's like, I'm never bringing this canoe again because we took her car and trying to strap it on her car. And there, oh my god, bro! Me and her were in the dirt trying to strap that shit down. I'm like, she's like, I hate bringing this shit. There's so much fucking work to do it. And that's why I made the decision. I was like, look, guys, next time we come back, I'm just renting. Don't bring shit.
Get them on the inflatable paddle boards. Get you some.
They got
paddle boards.
They got
Yeah,
two of them.
run
My
those
wife
down
and
the river and get you a little motorized boat, put all the supplies in there and be gone. Yeah. Yeah,
we
get you a
good.
straw hat, bro. Get you a straw hat. Put some sunscreen because you're gonna need it because you're just gonna be sitting still.
I got burnt already, bro. I got burnt bad when we went because earlier the sun was slapping
You
and
sleep with
that
socks
shit
on or off? Do you sleep with your socks on or off?
off. I cannot
Okay,
have
so
socks on.
so riding on the boat with a motor is like sleeping with your socks off. The canoe experience you just went through was definitely a sock on experience. Like you're gonna go to the river and be like, oh shit,
I
you
love
are
that
gonna
analogy. I love
you're
that
gonna become
analogy.
a merman by the time you're gonna get this boat and you're gonna be like, hey, just write Uncle Ray on the side of this mug. I'll
There
be
you
back
go.
next week. Yeah, I'm
Done
telling you.
deal.
I'm
Done
telling
deal.
you. My
And
wife
that and
begged
that's one
me.
of the reasons why I love that I moved to the country. Because when I first moved down here, I lived in Tampa. I lived in the city.
Yeah,
But
nothing to do.
that's why I love living in the country because there's all this shit that I've never done in my life that I'm
Yeah.
able to actually go and do and witness and shit like that. We're gonna go swimming with the dolphins in a couple of months.
Yeah, Tampa, it's cool because there's all city shit to do, but like their rivers and shit are all polluted and nasty and
Yeah,
brown, and all their
yeah, they're
lakes are all
disgusting.
toxic. You can't even
Clearwater is
swim in them.
destroyed, bro.
Yeah,
Clearwater
yeah,
is destroyed.
yeah. All of it is. It's overpopulated. So where we're
It's
at
because it's
least we
damn New
can.
Yorkers.
It really is, bro. You
You know how
ain't
many
lying.
times my neighbors curse me out?
Really?
But
But
joking
they're cool
around,
with
not
you.
not.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
they're
was gonna
fun.
say,
They're
damn,
cool.
damn, they're throwing Buckeyes and shit at you guys, and go back to New York. You got
Go back
Buckeyes
to
in New
New
York.
Yorkers. And
You
then
got
I
those.
had one guy. Actually ask me. This was at work, and it was a customer. He was born and raised in Spring Hill, and he comes out and he tells me, "Why you New Yorkers think it's okay to just come over here and just take over?"
I believe it.
And I
I
looked at
live
him
it.
and I said, "Go live in New York for a week with what you get paid right now, and tell me why I came to Florida." The only reason why everyone came down from New York down here
Yeah.
is $3,500 to rent a 1-bedroom apartment. That's the
Yeah.
size of a closet.
And is it true you might as well not even have a car because the car insurance,
Nope.
it'd be cheaper to just take the
I
bus?
can
The bus
almost
fares
guarantee the bus fares and the train and
cost as
taxis, and
much as
now
insurance, right?
it could cost just no. Well, you could get a year Metro card for like $150, and you could take the bus and the train as much times as you want all day long for the whole year.
Yeah, and you're gonna get there quicker than if you're driving
A
anyway, right?
lot quicker because I mean,
That's
traffic
wild.
in New York. I remember going to Manhattan from Brooklyn in a car, and we were in the bridge from the bridge from New York from Brooklyn to Manhattan with no cars. Probably 20 minutes it should take you to cross it. I
That's
was on that
crazy.
bridge for 4 hours,
That's
and
wild, dude.
that's normal. And I'm talking about stay still traffic. I'm not talking about Florida traffic. That's why I tell my wife, y'all bitch about Tampa traffic like it's bad. Tampa traffic moves. New York traffic is you could get out your car, eat your lunch on the hood of it, and smoke a cigarette, and
No
you still have
way.
time to take a nap. It
Yeah, at
doesn't
least we're
move. The cars
crawling.
don't move. You
Right,
at least,
right.
yeah, at least we're putting it away and trying to get there.
Yeah.
But in New York, it's horrible. It's overpopulated. There's too many people living in that bitch, and it's expensive.
It probably
That's why
won't be long till Tampa's like that, though, man. To be
and
honest with you.
that's why we keep on moving more country.
Yeah.
So when they start coming from Tampa
coming.
down over here,
It's
then
coming.
that's when we're going to be moving. We're going to end up probably in Atlanta. We're probably going to end up in North Carolina somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in the city no more. I want to avoid the city as much as possible. It gets
then go-
ridiculous, bro.
You ain't lying. That's what's gonna happen because you mentioned that old man in Spring Hill. I'm in Hernando County. I'm in that area, and bro, there ain't nothing but retirees around here. You're not allowed. There's no bars. There ain't a bar really. There's no strip clubs allowed in Hernando County. Now it's changing. All these storage units are popping up. So you know what that means? They're building houses for people to move
Mm-hmm.
in. Now all
Yep.
these neighborhoods are popping up, and all the streets are too small. It's getting crazy already. It's wild.
They're freaking. Me and my wife are like pretty like pissed because we moved down here because we were living in a rural area,
Right.
and it's starting to start building up now.
Mhm.
And they're building low income apartments, 3 of them around where I live. And I'm like, we got to get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, I don't want to be here
There's
because I already
building
know
them
what's
as
going
of
to
right
happen.
now.
As of right now,
Together. No,
they're already
that's
putting them
crazy.
together.
That's
So I'm
crazy.
just like, we're in a point where do we go now? Because I like, this is our home. We're not renting this place. We live
you
here.
own it. Yeah,
This is
you
our
own it,
house.
right.
This is ours. Like, what do we do? Sell and move? I don't want to. I love my home. I don't
Right.
want to leave out of here, but I know what's coming. I know what's going to come right behind all that shit.
That'll be the ghetto of the area. That's what it'll build it
Exactly.
up to. It'll build if they're building those there, that area will just develop as those areas. That's crazy. You're right, bro. Because they're
fucking
putting people that don't even really have the means to work possibly in that area. So
Right.
it's going to make that market not very good for job opportunities. Yeah, you're right.
And that's
dude.
when everything goes up. Taxes on my house, my insurance in the house, everything's going to skyrocket.
Yep.
Because now we got all these other people that are coming down here with this low income fucking thing, which I understand. Like, you know, people do need places to stay, people do need places to live, but I know I've seen it happen so many times that they do that and it ruins the community.
Yeah.
It makes the community more dangerous to live in.
Facts.
Like,
I mean, I don't know what else you do, but shit, you can't do that.
I do this.
Yeah. Why would you put 3 of them? Is what I'm saying. Why would you clump 3 of them in the same? You should have.
I don't know. That's what's fucking us up. Is we
Yeah.
don't understand why are you building these at the same time, not that far from each other.
Right.
Like, you
Doesn't make
guys
sense.
know what this is gonna do, what's gonna happen when that happens. Like, and it's like me and my wife, we love this area. When we came, when our realtor brought us here, it's quiet. Everybody minds their fucking business. Everybody's cordial with each other. I haven't seen not one fight, argument, nothing in my neighborhood. Everything is so calm and collective.
Yeah,
Literally
they're gonna
across the
change all
street from
that.
me, they're gonna build one of these apartments. And I'm
That's
just like,
crazy.
it's I understand people need a place to live and everything. I was like, but as being a homeowner now and shit like that, I'm like, I don't want to leave my area.
Yeah, it changes your perspective on where they should put it. Back in
Yeah.
the day, put it wherever they need a spot to live. Now it's like, no, motherfucker.
Now it's like, no, bro. Like,
move it down the road.
It's not gonna benefit me. Now,
Right.
if they could build it and it doesn't affect anything in my personal life,
Yeah.
then I'm fine. Build whatever you want to build. But I know
you've
it's
grown
not.
up around that shit. You know better. Yeah,
I know that it's going to change drastically and fast.
Yeah.
These are
fast.
things that happen overnight, bro.
Yep, for sure. And they'll be going from one facility to, because they'll all be connected. Everybody will know. You'll have an aunt and a cousin living from one area. It'll be that's where the gang violence starts coming in. That's where there's
Exactly.
and people don't want to accept it, but it is Florida.
That's the real.
We got different shit around here. We got biker gangs. We got there's definitely problems in Florida, just like New York. It just don't have the same image.
Right.
That's the difference.
It's completely different.
So you being from what you've been through, you understand when you see those buildings going up. Hey, we got only an X amount of time. That's that
You get the
hustler mentality
fuck
of
outta
mine, though. Because some people see money, other people see problems. You're a family man, so you're like, we better get
I
up
see.
out of
You know
here
what I
and-
see? You know what I see? No matter what anyone says, you know what I see? I see an impressionable 15-year-old that is my son. And I know what happens when a 15-year-old gets around people like that.
Yep.
And that's what I don't want, because I did that. I lived that already. I do not want my son living that at all. And I know he'll tell me up and down, Dad, I'm not like that. You know I'm not like that. I try to be as real as possible, just like you. And I try to do this and I try to do that. And I know, and I'm like, Anthony, I do know that. I do know that.
Yep.
But I do know being 15 also. And I do know what peer pressure looks like. And I do know what just hanging out with the boys, people that accept you, and you want to be with them because they accept you for who you are. And I get that. But sometimes those people don't come with good intentions. Sometimes they don't care what happens to you. You're my responsibility. So ever since I had my kids, my son and my daughter, everything else about being the streets and a code, all that shit goes out the window, because now my main priority are those 2 kids.
Facts.
So I said the same thing about the apartments that they're building up in one of my videos, and somebody lost their fucking mind in the comment section. Oh, you're not a real nigga from Brooklyn because you know how it was to be in the hood and da-da-da, and now you're shitting on it. And I'm like, nigga, I'm 40.
Yeah.
And I live my life. And I know what's coming.
Yep.
That's why I don't want to be around it. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I want to live a quiet life now.
Yep.
The only thing loud in my life right now is me. And like,
Bro,
it's just like,
you know what's crazy to me though? And this might sound crazy, but being around and raised in the hood, one thing all the OGs in the hood taught me was get out of the hood. Get away from the hood. You don't want to be here, bro. You don't want to live this life.
Thank you.
So when I see all these dudes saying they're OGs and they're like, "Oh, what do you mean? You against the hood? You're a snitch." Blah blah. I'm like, "What? What are you?"
So,
No.
that's snitch shit too. Somebody asked me that. One of my boys asked me that. And because he's known me since I was fucking in New York doing my thing.
Yep.
And he asked me that. He was just like, "Can I ask you a question?" And I was just like, "Yep." And he was like, you live in the country life now, right? And I was like, uh-huh. Dude, I lost my train of thought. I'm fucking high as shit. What was I gonna say?
Shit. You was
Snitching.
asking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He asked me, "Where's my fucking weed pen? I think I need to smoke more. I'm getting sobered
Yeah,
up."
you're getting sober. You forget what you're talking about. Yeah, I feel that.
Here we go. He asked me, right now, so if you see something going down, will you call the cops and tell somebody? And I was like, absolutely, I will.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Damn, dog, you changed for real." And I was like, "What's changed about it? I don't live that life no more. Therefore, I don't have to follow that code." That's first. Second, if my neighbor that helps me out when I go out of town to go watch my dogs and let them out is getting robbed,
Yeah, damn right. I'm calling the cops.
I'm going to call the cops because I
Yeah,
want that to
facts.
stop happening. I'm like, you have to understand that there's the most of the people that I grew up with, not most of them, but a lot of people in the streets still have that same mentality, even if they're not in it.
Right.
They have a
Yeah,
9
no,
to
I've seen
5.
it
They live a
in
different
jobs.
life.
Yes, yeah, I've seen it in jobs, bro. Like,
But you're
people that
living
work.
this life. Like, what are you claiming? What,
Yep.
what code are you living in? My code is I have 3 responsibilities: my wife, my daughter, and my son.
Right.
And that's the only code that I'm living by. It's protecting them and anything around them. Because my job as a father is not to bring any harm around my kids. Point blank. I don't fuck that code. That code made sense when I was in the street, when I was following different rules. But now that I'm a person that is pretty much living in the country, quiet life, wife, 2 kids, white picket fence, the whole 9. Why do I have to live by that code? Why should I be forced to live by that code?
Bro, you know I saved somebody's life by living outside of that code and saying, you know what? This is my neighborhood and my shit. I'm gonna make sure I pay attention. I worked nights. Not anymore, but I did. And I would come home at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I always go different routes when I come home just to peep around, like neighborhood watch. Hey, what's going on at 3 a.m. in my neighborhood? Well, there was a fucking truck in a weird spot. And I seen him sitting over there, and I'm like, man, why is he sitting right there? And it was just weird. He was kind of parked like he maybe pulled off the road. So, I smoke weed. I'm like, maybe he's rolling a blunt, doing whatever, whatever. I don't know. I pull around, I look, bro, and all the inside of the windows are up, and it's all hazy in there. Like you could tell, like the sex scene in the Titanic with the hand down there.
Yeah,
You could tell
yeah.
somebody was breathing in there, and there was moisture. So I try to peep over there, and I could see somebody was like completely slump, like almost their head was like pointing down towards the floorboard. So I called the cops. The dude was having a medical fucking episode at the wheel, yanked over, pulled over right there, and was like passing out, seizing out right there. And if I wouldn't have called the cops and told the cops to come check out a suspicious vehicle, the dude would have died right there in the freaking right there, bro. Like, and I was thinking this guy was over here fucking passed out from doing drugs, which most people
Right.
probably thought, and here he is just having a medical problem. And if I lived by the code
You're
and
a
not
real
calling
one
the
for that.
cops, the dude would be dead, bro.
The
If I
dead
said,
would be
"Oh,
dead.
yeah, he'd be dead," 100%, I'd be waking up to see a post, a guy dies at the entrance of my neighborhood because of a medical issue. Then how would I have felt? You know what I'm saying? What code did I live by? The code of a fucking
Right.
scumbag? You know what I'm saying?
Now, you're a real one for that, because a lot, like you said, a lot of people, there are probably hundreds of people passed right by him and didn't even think twice to stop.
I'm sure.
And it's not like there's certain things from my past that I still implemented in my life now, and that's being real as possible, um, respecting the other man, no matter what he says, no matter what he does. So there's still some elements of the streets that I still use to this day. But that code of no snitching and bro, like no, that's only for specific people that do specific things, bro.
I'll put it to you like this: the code of the streets is what caused me to use so much. Living by a street code created a drug addict and it created a criminal. When I got sober and I started realizing that, hey, you need to look out for the other man, you need to pay attention to what is going around you and make sure you look out for people like they would look out for you and do
Right,
good for people, not for a reward, just to simply do good for people. That's when I realized I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go out of my way to call and say, hey, these kids are smoking weed sitting in this back alley getting high. I'm gonna
right,
walk
right,
up and
right,
look in the car and be like, "Hey, y'all are smoking a blunt. My bad. I live right here. I thought maybe some shady shit was. Do your
right.
thing. Just don't make the there. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I would have been the fucking asshole. Hey, fuck you. I'm calling the cops. You're in my neighborhood. Get out of here. Right
Right.
now, I have an understanding of okay, maybe that dude is having a bad day and he had to pull over and toke a bowl. I've done it. I ain't gonna lie. I got pissed off at work, fucking had to vent before I got home, do my thing, right?
I've done it many times.
So what happens if somebody calls the cops on me then? My whole life changes, right? So you got to have that mentality of perspective of life and respect for one another. Not you can't just go from a street code to hey, I'm calling the cops on everybody to I'm not calling the cops on that's a Karen. You got a
Yeah,
Karen, you got a
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
it's hard to find that balance nowadays though, man. It really
Pick and
is.
choose your battles. Pick and choose your battles. Like we've had enough knowledge of street shit that we could tell what situations we should intervene in and which situations we shouldn't. And there's certain situations that I don't care to even entertain in
Right.
any way
Right.
because it's not going to benefit nothing. It's between other people. But when I see a situation where I think if I intervene in this, I think I might change the outcome of what this could be. Then
Facts.
I'm going to take the shot. I'm going to
Facts.
take the shot. If I could help two
Yep.
people not ruin their lives
Yep.
over something stupid,
Yep.
like my boy had a problem with my other boy. Like they don't know each other. They're my friends. And we went to a party. This happened years ago. We went to a party and I invited one and the other one was invited by the other guy. And they got into it. And they started like pretty much throwing jabs left and right. I know him like the back of my hand, and I know him like the back of my hand. And I
But they
know
don't
that
know
these
each
dudes,
other.
and they don't know each other, but I
That's
know these
wild.
two dudes are good dudes.
Right.
So I intervened. Bro, you guys need to fucking relax. And what the fuck is going on? I heard both stories. And then you know how they say you have his story, and then the truth.
Yeah, you
Somewhere in
like the truth.
between of the explanation, you could find what actually happened. And it was a whole big miscommunication. Something so little as stepping on someone's shoe by mistake. That's how
Mm,
little the problem was.
mm.
But the interpretation between both was so different that that's what caused the conflict.
Yeah.
But if I didn't intervene, I know one of the dudes carries. He would have shot him.
That's wild. Over a shoe.
But that's not what
It
happened.
wasn't the shoe though. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
Yeah, but
over
over a shoe,
I'm saying like the
over a
analogy.
situation as small
What
as a shoe,
what they perceived differently, but it was actually really something it was a miscommunication.
miscommunication completely. Once they realized it, we all smoked the blunt. These motherfuckers just went right now to go fucking fishing, just
Yeah,
two
that's
weeks
cool.
ago.
That's cool.
So it's you have to choose your battles. If you want to intervene into the situation, make sure that the intervention that you're going to do is going to mean something. Don't just be in the middle of something just for fucking drama, just to be in the middle of it. Get in there and try to fix the issue that's going on.
Yeah, that is well said, bro. Well said. You're right. I gotta watch myself with that sometimes too because you can always get yourself too involved into something that really you can't change the outcome to, and
And
it
bro, and in
it
reality,
sucks.
bro, we're all humans, bro. That's a human reaction.
Yeah.
So when people do it, I don't blame them for doing it. I understand why. But I've seen so much shit in my 40 years of living, bro. And I've been in so much, like in the middle of so much drama and bullshit in my
Hmm.
40 years that now that I'm sober and I got a clearer mind, I feel like I can help in situations
That gets
because
you
I've been in
jammed up
so
though.
many.
Yeah, but that
But
gets you
it
jammed
does,
up.
and that's why I
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
pick your battles.
Yeah. You
You
get
can't
called
get into
friendly.
every of it.
Uncle Ray's too friendly.
Uh, and I tell everybody a lot of times, yeah, Uncle Ray's friendly until
Yeah.
you do something, and then
Yeah.
you're gonna see the real motherfucker. You're
Yeah.
not gonna see Uncle Ray vibe reactions. That nigga goes out the window. He
But
doesn't
you
exist
never
no more.
had that friendly. That's what people don't know. You're right, because you never had. I'm the same way, bro. I wasn't friendly until I got sober and I realized everybody kind of has their own place in life, and they have their own quirks, and you just either deal with them or you don't. That's when I started becoming the friendly Kurt. That's wild.
You're a
That's
smart man.
crazy.
You're a smart man because that's the exact thing that happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. I got
I think.
sober and I started to realize, look what I've been through.
Hmm.
Look at all the things I've done. Look at all the guilt I have of the things that I've done. Look
Yep.
at the life, the shit that I've seen. And then when you're sober, you get so clear minded that you're like, you could pinpoint and you could see a situation happen before it even happens.
Way before. Yeah. Way before. Yep. You're right.
And that's when you have to make that decision. I think I could do some help here. Or, by the way this man is screaming, and by the way that man is screaming, I don't even
I'm
want to
out.
get in the middle of that. I'm out of here. And you know how to avoid it. And
Yeah.
if you feel like I don't know if I get like a sixth sense about things like that when I could kind of feel when something is going to happen and
Hmm.
when something bad is going to happen, and I know how to get the fuck out of it.
Yeah, you try to steer either. If you can steer somebody else away with you, you will. If not, you're gone. Yeah, I know that feeling. I
Because
get
there's only
that.
so much things you can do, and sometimes you have to walk away.
That's why
But
I'm
you're
grateful. I'm grateful for being an addict, bro. I'll be honest with you. I rather know and be around a bunch of other recovering addicts than be around somebody that's never gone through stuff like this, because they don't see it in the same light. They don't understand it for why I understand it. They might understand it completely, but they understand it because they just were born understanding it essentially. I had
right,
to stumble and fall on my face as well as so many other people in order to understand how to do it right, if that makes sense.
right, right. It's I don't know how hard it was for you, but for me, it was a big, huge learning curve of how to live a normal life.
You had to deflate your ego. I had to deflate my ego. I was wrong way
And
more than I was right.
absolutely, I like if I go back and start thinking of it, I don't think I've ever been right in my life.
Mm-mm.
Because is I got in it in a very young age. I was an addict for fucking 20 something years. So I was in it at a very young age. I started at 15, 16,
Yep.
and I never stopped until 10 years ago. And it's almost like if that never happened, what kind of a douchebag would I be right now?
Bad. I feel the same way, bro. I feel the same way.
So when you say that, it kind of hit me. I say that because when you said I kind of am glad that I am an addict,
Yeah.
it resonated and it hit me harder because it's like, why am we should be proud
Fuck yeah.
because we went through so much and to get out. People, I don't think people understand the gist of it, but there's a lot of things that we've done that is so shameful that we can't say to nobody else ever
Right.
in our
Yeah.
in our lives.
Yeah.
We can't
And
because it's so ratchet and
they'll
so
never
wrong.
well nobody will ever get the feeling. If you've never been an addict and you've never recovered from addiction, you'll never understand those feelings in a lifetime. So for me, experiencing how to get rid of my shortcomings and understanding on how to fix myself, that's the most fucking powerful tool you can gain in life, right?
Absolutely.
So the quicker I obtained it was awesome. There's some people that'll live their whole entire life and never understand how to correct themselves or ever. That's where I find that heaven and hell thing is crazy to me. I think it's just you better understand yourself and what you've done right and wrong in your life and understand how to correct those things, or when you pass away, that dream you go into is going to be a hell because you're going to resent yourself, you're going to not like who you are. If you were happy and proud about yourself, you've done good for people around you, when you pass away, bro, you go off into an everlasting dream of happiness. Like that's what it is for me, and that's it, cut and dry, period.
The way I feel, I'm similar into that thinking, but mine is more of a we are in hell. This is what we're living. We are living hell
Yeah, and you have to create a
because
heaven
we
for
have to
yourself.
we have to go and you have to exactly you have to create your own heaven.
Yep.
And once you create your own heaven and you finally pass away,
Yep.
you're passing away with no regrets, with
Yep.
with no loss
Resentments.
for love, no
Yep.
resentments, no nothing. You're
Yep.
dying, and you're dying. It's supposed to be a celebration. You lived a great life. Celebrate that I'm out of here.
Right.
I'm good. I've
Right.
done it. I've made it, and that's it. And then whatever happens after that, I don't like to speculate nothing. I was born Catholic. I went to Catholic school for 8 years, but I also have my own brain.
Right.
And my the way I think is that's the way I think what life is. I think it's just you live your life the best that you can. And the goal is to leave out of here happy. And then once
Exactly.
you leave out of here happy, does it matter where the fuck you go?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
It doesn't matter because and now we were celebrating your life. This guy made it through so much bullshit, made his own heaven, and died with no regrets and not wanting.
Well, not only that, you can't pinpoint anywhere that anybody has gone because one, you don't go there till you go there, and two, if you're looking at straight facts of what the story of, you call him Jesus, whatever you want to call him, whatever your religion is, he was a person that looked out for people that were recovering addicts, that were homeless, that were struggling folks. Like all of the people that he went towards and gravitated towards were struggling folks, right? So for me, that is a story of your own life, that if you are a struggling folk, the only way to eternity, like happiness, is to find Jesus within yourself. Doesn't mean to find the guy Jesus walking through or whoever. It's finding happiness in you for who you are. And if it takes you praying to a chair, to a door, to a microphone, to whatever you're praying to give you enough confidence to believe in yourself, all power to you, bro. That's
I do
religion for me.
I do believe there is a God. That's my own
Something,
beliefs though. But I
yeah,
do believe there is another entity that has control of all this. And I
100%.
do believe that 100%. But the way I agree 100% with you, like full fledged. It's why besides these diehard religion people that go,
Yeah,
the book, I think they're taking it a little bit too literal
very
than
too
what the
literal.
book is supposed to be. And what the Bible to me, is a guide, is a combination of stories of what you're dealing with on an everyday life as
Yep.
a human being leaving in this earth. And the story is always going to have an outcome. So take that outcome and interpret it however you want. But as long as it is in the right direction of living a positive and a healthy life.
That's
And
what
that's
it
it.
is. It's a story of a righteous man that figured out how to live a righteous life. So if you think of it, you're one person. There's multiple people that live that same righteous life, and that's your different Jesuses. Like Mexican has their own Jesus. They're all different. There's a bunch of different people. So when I hear them say pass the message on, for me, the message is teaching the next person around me how to be okay with being themselves and loving themselves. That's all really it should be. But we like a cross. A cross is just a powerful message to what? To something greater than yourself. It's a higher power. I think if we
Right.
dumb down religion and left it be and let people stumble and figure it out on their own, that would be a very beneficial thing. I think more people would be interested in it. I lose interest in it because I get beat with Bibles. My grandmother took me to all these different
And
churches,
that's the problem.
and they well, yeah, that is the big problem because like certain churches they don't really care what you do outside. Certain churches care what you do outside. Certain churches want you to hoot and holler and scream and praise and jump, and I mean it's all so drastically different. So if you're a baby just born into it and you move into it, what if you don't want to do it and you're just beat with this stuff all the time? Then you're going to grow a resentment towards religion and you're going to think it's this evil thing. Then you're not really living righteously for who you want to be. It's crazy, bro.
Exactly. And when like I said, I was born in a Catholic household, and I still consider myself 100% Catholic because that's what brought me to the faith that I have. That's what brought me to what I believe in. And but after Catholic school, I went to public school. So when you take somebody that has been wearing uniforms for 8 years and living by a certain code of school, of how it's supposed to be, and then you throw him into public school, it's a completely different change. And it opened my eyes to say, okay, I'm Catholic. Why does he believe what he believes in? Why does that Jewish guy believe in what he believes in? Why does that African believe in what he believes in? So it made me open my mind to say, I want to learn about all of their religion because what are their religion different? What are their religion saying different that my religion is not saying?
Facts.
I want to know. So
And
it
why?
interested me. So
Yeah.
I started going down the hole and I started making friends with different people. I started talking to different people about religion just because I wanted the knowledge. I wanted to know what made their religion different than mine. And then when I put it and when I sum it all up and I bring it down to the bare minimum, there's no different.
No,
There is
none.
a revelation in every religion you check. In a way, and it may come out differently, but it's a revelation. It's the last days that Jesus is supposed to come down, fight the devil, win over, and we all go to heaven. Right? That's what these people want us to believe.
Yep.
Everyone has a different aspect of revelations of what's going to happen, but it all falls out to the same thing. Their God comes and saves their people and brings them to heaven.
Yep.
Point blank, and the bare of it. You can bring it down to the bare language of the Bible, and that's what it comes out. So like, there's no difference. There's different rituals. There's different
names.
ways of praying.
Yeah,
different names. Different stories.
Languages. Yeah.
But it's all going to be the same exact outcome at the end of it all. And the end of it all, there's no end. As long as humans keep on repopulating, as long as condoms keep breaking and girls forget to take their plan Bs, there will always be human beings in this planet.
Yeah, that's facts. And
So
they're all going to be different.
It's you have to take religion for what it is. It's something that can help you guide your life to live a better one. That's all that it is. And to leave this earth with no regrets.
That's facts.
And that's all people think too much into things. I like to dumb shit down. I'm not a smart dude, bro. Right. I like to dumb it down and I want to bring it, give me the bare minimum. Give me the bare minimum and let me understand it the way I can understand it. And once I understand it, now I can put two and two together, find out you're a fucking idiot. Because you guys are going through all this shit for no reason.
Yeah, hooting and hollering about Proverbs, this and that, and they change this. I can't. That's where I'm like, bro, I can't remember nothing. I have a hard time remembering. I'm not trying to quote. If you got to get that deep into something, it's no longer. It's a hobby.
I got in trouble.
That's a hobby.
I got in trouble in Catholic school once because all the only reason is because I told them, why do we go to church? Why do we go into this building and pray?
Right.
Oh, because of God, or are you questioning God? And and I was like, it was just a question. All I had was a question. And they're like, well, why you asked that question? And I was like, Jesus never had a church. He just walked the streets and talked to everybody.
Facts.
He went to
Messenger.
people's homes and fellowship with them and talked to them.
Yep.
Where did this church thing come into play? And that's the beginning of my brain starting to open up to why hate anything? Take everything for what it is, as a lesson or as a motivation or as a love or as a hate, and use it all as energy to keep on living your life and be fucking happy. That's the outcome that I came at 40 years old.
That's all it should be.
People put too much stock into a lot of this shit because they're bored and they have nothing else better to do. And that's all that there is.
Sad. They're scared. I think fear.
This right here, this right here is what took over their fucking brains.
Yep.
Nobody could focus without their fucking phones in their hands.
Nope. Well, that's now the go all end all. If it's in the phone and you can Google it, Google's always right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. Nobody depends on a word anymore. It's all look it up. I'll fact check you.
Exactly. And like in the Bible, it goes back to the Bible. People
That's going
take
against
the
the
shit.
Bible, though.
People take shit too literal in that sense. That they take it too literal.
Yep.
Stop taking the Bible so damn fucking literal.
Making it that you have to do these set things just in order. That's wild to me. I can't.
It's a form of control, and it pretty much comes to be a business. It all falls down to be a business. It's business moves that they make in order for them to get what they need to survive. We're humans. We are built to learn how to survive in any type of environment.
Right. Yeah.
So if we find a way to do it and there's nothing that's going to stop us, we're going to do it that way. In most of these humans' brains, the easier the better.
Yeah.
The easier the better.
Lazy.
And that's where the lazy comes. And that's where I don't want to do that. And that takes too much work to do that. And what? No. That's the whole point. Live your life, bro. I've been depressed, and I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I'm still depressed. I'm still struggling with depression right now. I'm still struggling with a lot of things right now. But I'm not gonna let it run my life.
Yeah, no.
I'm not gonna do none of that.
Yeah, hey, keep doing that. Keep talking about it. That's the most important part. The only way to get rid of depression is to accept it and understand it. Like, that's what I deal with too. I'm manic. I'm bipolar. So I'm at the top of the world and then I'm at the bottom of the world. It just, there's no in between. It sucks sometimes, bro. But look, that's part of understanding the heaven and the hell of you. That is the message that you need to understand about yourself, is that you deal with that, and that's the demons you battle. That's the heaven and the hell, bro. So as long as you're living happy in your mind and you accept it that it's there, fuck it. You can't do nothing about it.
It's that simple, bro. It's that simple. It's just try to be nice to the next man. Help where you can. Be humbled. Live your life as happy as you can with your family. Leave this world with no regrets. Stop thinking too much into all this shit that's going on in this world. This world is going crazy right now.
Yeah, it is, bro. The president got his ears shot, dog. Like, that's wild.
Like, him and Holyfield got something in common now, bro.
I thought about that. That's what I said. Mike Tyson shoot off Holyfield, and some dude with a mullet shot off Trump's top of his ear.
I tried. Look, bro. I swear to God, if Trump comes with an eye tattoo, I'm out of here. I'm losing it. I'm gonna lose my fucking
the Mike Tyson warrior, tribal shit over his face. That would be great, dude.
That's crazy.
Or Biden tried on the side.
Oh, that will be so hard. Oh my God, that will be fucking amazing.
Hey, we get him, pin him up like FJ Outlaw with all the face tats.
Right.
That'd be great, dude. Well, hey, Uncle Ray, I got to work in about 6 hours, so it was awesome doing this, bro. No, it was fun doing this, man. We got to. Today was Ray's rant. Did you do a Ray's rant today?
No,
Sundays, right?
Yet.
Oh,
not yet.
Man. Those are great. What do you?
They're coming back. They're coming back.
You find hater comments. That's what those are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Now
like how you don't
confused.
put. I like how you don't put the video it comes from. You usually just put the comment, and then it makes people want to go look and see where they're talking all this trash.
You gotta.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta use your brain a little bit when you do this shit. But
Yeah.
no, dude, I love doing it because I just like to show my subscribers, like my followers, like this is what I deal with, people.
Mhm.
Look at the crazy shit that I hear coming my way. And I'm not hating on it. You have your own opinion. That's cool. I just find it hilarious. That's why I always joke back with them. No matter how mean the comment is, my reply is always a joke. It's
Well,
always
you
me joking
gain.
around with them.
Yeah, but not only that, you gain a sense of like you figure out who you are as a person without asking you questions because you see how you navigate through people trying to change who you are based off of their opinions and you're just like, "Hey, yeah, no, fuck you. I'm doing my thing." And it's so cool to see that. And
It's funny.
look, you've been doing that for the whole time of your channel. It ain't regardless if you had 1,000 subs, 10,000 subs, 100,000 subs. You ain't ever changed at
Like
all, bro. And shout
I'm a
out to you for
norm
that.
I'm a normal person
Yeah.
that has a whole bunch of other normal people hanging out and talking shit.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. I don't see myself as anything else but that. Because once I start seeing myself outside of that, that's where there's problems.
Yeah. Ego.
And I don't want
That's for
that.
the ego. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm good. I'm happy where I'm at right now. Like I said, if I stay at 117K, I'll be happy with that. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine with who I am. And I know that I'm not a lot of people's taste. I know you have to be
Yeah,
you
you
have to
get
have
it.
a sick type of thinking to listen to me for 30 minutes.
Right.
And I know who my diehard fans and I know who the people that just swing through just to see the video.
Yeah, you know when they're bitching about your 30-minute long reactions that they don't know that that's what you do, bro. That's what you do. You're going to make them longer the more they bitch, so keep
Mm-hmm.
bitching.
Yo, dude, this one dude. And one last story, and then we could get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
This one dude comes out and tells me, yo, bro, I don't appreciate you taking time away from the artist. Pause less. I think it was pause less, talk less, or some shit like that he put, right? And that was on a video that was a 3-minute song and it was a 45-minute video.
Okay.
So the next day, I do the song by that same artist. And this time the song was a minute and 20 seconds.
Okay.
And I
remember the video.
I did an hour
and 20
reaction
minutes.
on it.
Yeah, I do remember that. I do.
And I said, so if you don't like it, you can fast forward.
Hey, wasn't it a Ren reaction too that you did it?
It was a Ren. I think it was a Ren reaction. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And I remember it because you come on the next one and I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude he's gonna tell him now. And it was like 54 minutes and compared to like 38 minutes. 38 minutes, he cried about 38 minutes. And I was like, no, man. But hey, I know, didn't you say you got something coming up tomorrow about an Eminem breakdown or something?
Tomorrow.
Mondays.
Tomorrow is Monday.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna do the Eminem breakdown. I wanted to do it live.
Well, I just wanted you to tell everybody there's like 17 people in here. You just did the MGK stuff, right?
Yeah. I did the
Eminem
MGK
stuff.
live. I did the Eminem's videos, all the new album, the Death of Slim Shady. All those reactions are up. The last two, and I don't know if it happened to you, but I reacted to the last two bonus tracks, and they blocked those two.
Really?
So I'm fighting it to see if they're gonna release it. And if they release it, y'all be able to see that on the channel too. I do have my son and me are going to be going on the last week of this month. We're going to do a cooking with vibes.
Okay.
We're going to do a cooking video. We're going to be trying to do it once a month towards the ending of the month. So we're going to drop ours next week sometime. Me and my son are going to start the Elvis cooking book, and we're going to do one video until we're done with the cooking book. So we're going to do every recipe on there.
Who
and
cook? Who,
all
it's
that.
Elvis. It's Elvis. His cookbook.
Yeah, pretty much the cookbook that his maids had of all the
Okay.
meals that he liked. So we're gonna test every meal that Elvis liked, pretty much on the cookbook that they made.
Damn, bro, you are a diehard Elvis fan. I see you
I
getting
fucking
all.
love him, bro. I fucking love him. I'm thinking about doing a vibe reaction tattoo
Yeah,
and implementing Elvis somewhere in there. I
that'll be dope.
fucking love Elvis, bro.
Yeah, you got Eminem. What do you got? Eminem, Upchurch, Elvis. Who else you got back there on the pictures?
I got Ren, I got Lil Wayne, I got Adam,
Yeah,
I got MGK over here, I got Tom, I got One Take Timmy, Jay Z, Harry Mack, Nas, Biggie, Montana, Wu Tang,
that's
uh,
dope.
and I think Method Man's posters coming next week. And so I'm trying to fill up the whole walls with all these dudes, bro.
That's what's up, bro. It looks great in there, man. You're doing your thing, bro. Keep being you. I know I ain't gotta tell you that, but it's awesome watching you navigate through all this the YouTube. And you know what's cool is you don't stop. You don't stop and you do whatever Ray wants to do, he does it. He wants to do Eminem, he wants to do Upchurch, he'll go do some Tom, come back over here. That's cool, bro. I
And
like
that
that.
and I just don't get like I see once I started getting into the reaction shit, I started seeing these reactors like they always have a set reactions of people that
Yeah.
they do.
Yep.
And I'm like, I always found that fucking weird. I was like, you know how much music is out there?
Tons.
Bro, there's so much music out there. I'm not gonna settle into just one genre or one person. Bro, give me anything. I always tell people, give me a video of a cat drinking milk for an hour, and I'll make it the most entertaining 3 hours of your life.
Yeah, there's so many artists in this genre that go unnoticed. Like, do you know who Big Murph is? You might know who Big
Yeah,
Murph
yeah, yeah,
is.
yeah.
You know who Coca is?
Yes, yes.
Coca that does the diet. There's so many artists in this genre that I don't see people have any attention to, and it's weird to me. It's like how are there's only 3 people really that get the attention, and the rest of these guys all just suck? No, dude, just Trey's killing it, Kid's killing it. There's so many of these dudes that are just killing it, and to be real with you, reaction channels don't push anything like they used to. I'm guilty of it sometimes even.
It's sometimes, but do you know it better than a lot of people? Like sometimes the request gets so overwhelming,
Yes.
and you find yourself getting stuck into a flow
Yep.
that you
Yep.
just go with, and then you just start seeing you progress it. So you like to stay with that flow that's making you progress a little, and
Yep.
then but people need to branch out and follow other avenues of flows.
Yeah, don't just ride the same flow all the time.
Don't
I
write the same
know.
flow because
Yeah.
that same flow is going to get tiring after a while. And
Yep.
then what else are you going to say about this artist that you haven't said a million times already? Like branch out. There's other artists out there. People ask me, "Who's your favorite?" This like so there's so many people that are my favorite because of different reasons. I can't give you a legitimate answer.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's
It's
facts,
hard.
bro. It's hard to put your finger on one person and say
And say,
because there's
yo,
so much other stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I could say
like
there's
I tell
a
people,
group.
Eminem is my favorite rapper. Eminem is not my favorite artist.
Yeah.
An artist and a rapper, two different fucking things.
Right.
An artist does everything else. They have multiple genres that they fuck with,
Right.
and that's what I look for. I'm like, yo, dude, how can this guy go and bar out for 2 minutes straight and then come and make me cry because he sang me a song?
Yeah, you can guarantee Eminem ain't gonna make you cry singing you a
He's
song.
not gonna make me cry in a sense of he's gonna sing something to me that's gonna make me
Yeah.
cry,
Yeah,
or he's
that's what
gonna
I'm
go
saying.
try another genre of music.
He ain't singing you a country music twang anytime soon. Yeah, I feel that. I get what you mean. Yeah. An artist is somebody that can do multiple different things at a
High level,
yeah. I
very
mean,
high level.
yeah, like an artist that's worth its weight in I don't you got that's hard to say too because I know guys that have got less than 1,000 subs that I think should be 1 million subscribers. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a high level or if it's just I don't know.
There's so many rappers, especially on YouTube, that it pisses me off because I was like, yo, these guys are so fucking good in what they fucking do, and they're not getting no fucking like a bit of light at
None.
all.
None.
And it boggles my mind that this type of artistry is being covered. It's being like not exposed a lot more, especially on YouTube. Like I'll never understand it. It'll never get me. People can say whatever they want, excuse wise, but I'm never gonna find a good excuse. Why is it that these artists are not growing as fast as these fucking one-hit wonders that come out of the woodwork that sound the same?
I think it's music suppression. I think it's because they're not making them money for the mainstream, so they're not gonna let them get as big as they want them to get, or as big as they should get. They're only gonna get as big as they want them to get. Because look, bro, Samson is a good example. They suppress the hell out of that dude. Because there's no way that dude should be way bigger than he is. He's got burden.
Samson should have been. Samson should have been.
Yeah. Burden's another one. Bro, Bronax. Bronax used to work with Pimp C, bro. Bronax worked with Pimp C before Pimp C died.
Bronax is an absolute OG, bro. He's the absolute OG.
And nobody even recognizes his rap when he's on stage rapping. They're like, what is he saying? I'm like, no way.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And like Montana 300, One Take Timmy. Those two, bar for bar, ridiculous. And like One Take is at like 700,000 subscribers, and that's it. And he stood there for a minute. Montana, I think, just hit 800,000. I'm like, you need to be in the millions the way you rap. Yeah. Like it doesn't make no sense. Like it makes sense in the fundamental part of it of how it works, but in my brain I was like, how can that shit happen? Like how? Like it's crazy to me.
Then you watch Young E Ace's video hit 8.5 million views in one day, and it's like, wait, bro. So you guys will jump at the rap murder talk, but you don't want to listen to just some heartfelt rap anywhere else? Like what?
And that's why reacting to that type of music, if you're not in that generation, reacting to that type of music is not going to work for you. That's why I don't react to that type of music. Because if I react to that type of music, I'm not going to like it. I'm going to be bashing it the whole fucking time. Bro.
And they're going to eat you alive.
So why am I going to raise my stress level up?
Nope.
I'm just going to not do it. I'm just not going to react to it, and that's it.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. That's facts. Well, Uncle Ray, look, bro, we got to do this again sometime. We'll have to sit down. I appreciate you coming on, bro, and let everybody know your channel if they don't know you.
If you are not following me, Vibe Reactions is the channel. I don't know if you're going to put it on the link, but I think they put it on the chat. On the top of the chat should be my link. So just go follow me. If you like long videos and if you like to laugh a lot. And sometimes I get real. It's not like I joke all the time.
Nah,
I get real sometimes.
It's life. It's funny, bro. You're funny for sure.
Come join the journey and come have some fun. And if you want to unwind and not have to worry about who you are or what you look like or what you believe in and not be judged, come on through. I got you.
Yeah, your channel is in the description. You're already in there. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you coming in here, and I'll definitely be in touch, dog, for sure.
Absolutely, bro. We got to do this again, man.
For sure. Chat.
Maybe on my channel. Let's do it on my channel next time.
Yeah, you let me know, dog. I'm down.
All right, I'm gonna work on the schedule this week, and I'm gonna see when I can have the time so we could do this live thing one more time on my page and see where we go from there and shit. Maybe I could introduce you to some music that probably you don't listen to and see what you think.
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. That would definitely be cool. We can maybe you bring a couple songs, I'll bring a couple songs. I think.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Oh yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Hell yeah, brother. I appreciate you bringing me into your platform, bro. I appreciate you bringing me up, man. You're the best.
Yes, sir.
You're the man.
Yes, sir. You have a good night, man, and I'll get with you.
All right, my brother. Guys in the chat, love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. I got videos coming tomorrow, motherfuckers.
Yeah, chat. Go run it up for them. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good work week. Much love. We're out.
Peace.
Is that a bird?
No, it's a plane.
Nah, man, it's Captain Kurt.
Oh, wait, you say Captain Kurt. You can be like, fuck.